How much is that light outside? The solar one, this big one.
Which one?
This one here. This one right here in front of the office.
Inzan.
How much is that?
Aye.
Aye.
a lie.
Your days are.
That's what pays.
So how much is that? That's one solar light. Oh. I'll find my own solar light because when you are.
Which one are you talking about? Wait.
There's a
here.
big light, big like this light.
Oh, yeah, those are expensive, man. 2.3. It's 100 watts solar light. Yeah, man.
What do you mean it's 100 watts? What does that mean? 2.3 thousand. What the fuck? How much money do you have?
No. You asked. You asked me how much is the light. Usually nonsense. Yeah. These chairs are a problem, and I'm not gonna be in this chairs next week. I'm crying. Let's fucking king.
You just tell you must just shut the fuck up sometimes.
Atini?
You must just shut the fuck up sometimes. What's what yes says, bro? Like what did I say to you to like
Papa baby. Ba baby. Ba. I can't believe that number's from an old album, yes.
Final Touch.
Yes. You know I discovered that track Monday.
What track?
Yeah.
What track?
Yeah.
What track?
Jazzy Disciples Final Touch is from their first album.
I discovered that
First
track on Monday, bro.
Yeah, no, it's a classic.
What is that?
It's a song.
I now obviously we wouldn't have rights to play it. You can't play it. Yes, that's
so
a number.
Record,
we're recording. Final Touch.
Final.
By Jazzy Disciples. Josiah. You need to play it on Josiah in Japan. Josiah was the other guy.
Is the light skin guy, no?
Disciples, yeah.
Yes. That is a number, man.
You don't know Jazzy Disciples? Jazzy and Josiah.
I want to say Eastern Cape. They don't know a lot of things, man.
Eastern Cape.
It's tough.
But I can understand. They only dropped one album.
Yeah?
They're not my
so
fans.
Yeah, I'm just saying when I listen to this thing, you don't know them.
Especially
township things. You don't know township.
Oh, Manchester Lokshin now. I challenge you, Lokshin.
No.
Baby. I'll buy a machisanyama on a Sunday.
As we call them for you.
You don't. We've been recording, man. You don't do a lot of township things.
You know my life.
When I don't do township things. You
know my life. Every day.
Why
do you
No, never.
You don't know my life?
No. You don't come across as a township guy, man.
I don't come across. No. It was I don't. No, I don't come across.
Oh, you don't. You are not a. Let's touch. You are not a township guy.
What's the election? Super Mario. Super Mario. I'm trying to this score.
Scotch, man. Who's Scotch? Who released it last week?
That's nice.
Man, Pumara.
No, I'm just saying with a brand that into but it's almost as if we cancel you, man.
Yeah.
What?
You know?
Yes. Yeah. You're right. No, you are right. And I don't know why as well, though.
They were saying in the comments, this is Sizwe, that we need to speak more English. We need to speak more English.
Who must speak more English?
This show.
Aye.
What? Because there's people from who may not understand isiZulu. So to accommodate.
I'm sorry I said tech. I take it back. I didn't mean it. Now we're being controlled.
I'm not being controlled. They say we just need to speak more English.
No, that one is a no. We're not going to accommodate that one.
To speak more English?
Aye.
What about people that don't understand isiZulu?
There's some things I can't say, like tech.
You must Google Translate, Chief.
Aye.
Get out of here, man. For sec, lawyer. Get out of here.
It's ngibuze lento le.
And let khohle lento ngiyakazi ukuthi ufuna ukuganga kuyona ChatGPT 5. I can serve you. You were talking about, so the day today is
8
Friday, the 8th of August. Is it Women's Day tomorrow?
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to all the women out there and all the individuals that identify as women. You were you were talking about a current trending topic being about open podcast?
Open chats.
Open
chats.
Open chats podcast.
Open chats podcast.
Yeah.
And I said, please, can we just pause until we start hitting
Yeah.
so that we can chat about it? The floor is yours. Go for it.
No, I mean, I'm gonna. What I was saying is that Intwana got lucky.
But you first have to give Abantu context.
So I think
Yes.
the open chat podcast, I think I'm at 8 or 3, and they always invite a guest.
Okay.
Especially each year. Some of them they they dabble on the other side of things of life.
They're just young people.
They're just young people, but most of the girls that they invite, they're on that platform. You know that platform where you have to log in and pay to see the person on the other end. Yeah, those girls are mostly there. Not that I even spoke about them. Those girls.
You know, I'm asking your opinion. So you are saying that the girls
That they invite. Yes.
on Open Chats podcast
Yeah.
are OnlyFans girls.
Yeah, I would say majority of them are OnlyFans girls. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
I mean, generally, it's in the age group.
Yeah.
So
So what? So you saying people that are in OnlyFans are people that are just young? Like,
no.
So young people belong to OnlyFans.
To add,
Okay.
what they generally do is have conversations
Yeah.
with people who are their peers.
So what's the age that we're speaking about this podcast?
18 to 28. I'm assuming, or even 16.
I would 28 probably, but yeah, I'd
For
say,
me, they just looked young, so I was like,
yeah, maybe
So, I
I'd
mean,
say to like
I don't watch
25,
and
6 there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm incredibly boring. Like, I'm so boring. I literally just watch Fox News,
Wait, not ready down.
CNN. Yeah, just I'm that guy, Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
Lex Friedman. I literally just watch that. So whenever I see like a new podcast, whatever, it's not that I'm hating on the podcast. It's just
You just
not
don't watch it.
It's just not my flavor. We all have different flavors.
Sure.
There's guys that want to drink Stella or Soa. Mina ngiphuze black. We just have different flavors. So anyway,
So Intwana said something with him. They were just having a chat, man. That's another thing that we must just realize. They're just
Sure.
having a chat. One of them said, no, colored people are they shambok each other's siblings or something like that. And then that they're disruptive. I don't know. What did they say? Disruptive.
So the from what I got, I also got this as a short. So
Okay.
the conversation started on the basis yoguti. There seems to be a favorable advantage for colored players making it internationally
Got you.
compared to black people.
got you.
And then they went on to name guys like Steven Pinar, Benny
Benny
McCarthy. I forgot the guy who played at Man United.
Quentin Fortune.
Quentin
Sure.
Fortune. You know, those guys. I was Sean Bartlett. Yeah, that's the part that I got. The incest and all of those other
I mean, I heard the part where the chick was saying like colored
Claims,
people
I
are
don't
crazy
know.
or something like that.
Yes. I think that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
My
like,
opinion. My opinion is simple. Those people just got unlucky, man. If you look at all the podcasts,
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, the things
Sure.
we say, bro. If they need to be cancelled, all of us.
All of us
Those
need to be
people-
cancelled.
No, I think what they said was not too extreme in the traditional podcast world.
Was it racist though?
there are racial stereotypes there. That's the issue.
A negative racial stereotype is racist.
We say a lot of things about black men.
Yeah, but
Ukuthi
that
black men are this.
that ranks lower in the hierarchy of things. I think that's why there's such a backlash even from people like Konota saying that why are people almost overreacting?
Yes.
He's insinuating that they are overreacting.
What they said was it racist? Saying colored people are ancestral, they're sleeping with each other's cousins, they're crazy. Eh? It wasn't racist.
No, it wasn't racist.
Saying colored people sleep with each other's cousins.
But that's not racist, though.
What is that?
No, but racism is based on the fact that someone has got an advantage over you because of the color of their skin.
So
and because of legislature, because of certain policies. That's what racism is.
So if I say, Guti, I'm a China dizinja, ne? Is that racist?
No, that's not racist.
That's not racist.
No, you know.
But it's not it's
that's
not
racist.
a fact
But
to all.
racism-
It's a negative racial stereotype.
No, but that's not how I define racism.
No,
Racism is
it's not
based
about how now we're not defining when
I
you're
just want your own
Oxford.
definition and you talk about racism.
No. There's
Racism. And then number one, we need to also, now we're going to another topic. But now
Okay,
we
go.
need to unpack now the
no,
racism
unpack.
thing.
I think you were going to GPT-5. Unpack. Unpack.
No, I don't think it's racism, but I don't know what the word is. Maybe we can find other words. What is the other word? What are the other words for what
know.
they said? Disruptive.
It was a negative racial stereotype. I consider that racist. If I say,
We always say black men are lazy. Is that racism?
if a white person makes a negative racial stereotype, that's racist.
If people always say black men are lazy, is that
If
racism?
who's people?
It's become socially acceptable.
No, but who's people?
But that's the
because
point.
if I'm a black person,
but Caesar said-
but if
who
I'm a
says-
black person saying about black person, then I'm a bigot.
Or you're not racist because
No.
the black. So are you saying that
if it's
based
black
on
on black, then you're a bigot. Ne?
No, you're not
if
racist.
If I say something about Zulu people, I'm a bigot. But if I say something about Pedi people, I'm a tribalist.
Sure.
So again, for me, it's a negative racial stereotype.
Okay.
And I find that very racist.
I didn't think of it as racist.
Because I watched and I was like, I don't think these kids got cancelled. I think it was that they got dropped from DSTV.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. I think they
that's
got, because I'm like,
Human Rights Commission, they have to do certain steps to apologize and all those
Look,
things.
I think it's also hard for me because I'm always politically correct when I speak. I very learned and I speak the Queen's English. So never will you catch me slipping. Yeah, but so when I heard these young gentlemen saying something so horrific, I was devastated. I was say, how dare they speak about another fellow South African group like that?
I think that there's a lot of negative connotations, but I think the boys got unlucky. I think the amount of things that are said on all podcasts generally, they are problematic, man. What you and I say.
Those guys had a closed door conversation on air.
No, so
Yeah, you know what you were saying.
Yeah.
Utu was right, because now some of my views that I've said around you guys about a very specific race, they are extremely toxic.
But here's the thing. Mina, this is what I love the most about podcasts, because it takes what people say behind the curtain, in front of the curtain, and that's the only way we can fix society, should there be a problem. There's so many white people that get away with racism because they do it behind closed doors. And then they end up affecting, because they own the factors of production and they own the industry.
Yeah.
So they talk about this shit behind closed doors. They talk about this shit in their own offices, and then they affect policy.
Yeah.
But the moment we put you in front of the camera, what's that guy that also hosts? Fuck, his name escapes me. He was also got a podcast and he says some very
From the
racial things
DA.
as well. Huh?
From the DA.
From the DA, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but,
nice.
and I'm like, I appreciate voices like him, because I go, you see? Yeah, one. And he's got so many subscribers. Who is he speaking to? People that disagree with him.
People that probably agree with
He's
you.
speaking to his people. So I'm like, I love people like that, because what it draws out a certain mindset that I can point and go, aha.
But I think as well, it could be political as well. That I'm
What's this?
fighting for, from maybe a PA perspective. It could be that, I'm fighting for the colored community.
I watched
Maybe that's
I
another
watched
aspect.
the chat that we did with Upra Ike Kumalo and Penwell. And that exact same thing that Upra Ike said, what he doesn't like Gayton because he wish. And 100% Pumil. Gayton went from PA is about the people, it's about the people. Now the PA is a colored party. And now he's jumping on the colored bandwagon. But when this host guy, this DA, MP, he was saying, no, it's a learning. Next thing with these young kids, he now wants to sue them, take them to court. I want to sue them, the podcast, and in their personal capacity. The fuck is that about, bro?
He has to get his constituency behind him.
What about this host guy that says all this racist shit? He posted saying it's a learning. He shouldn't be cancelled. So when this fucking Afrikaans guy said all these racist things, right? It's a learning. When these guys say, I believe racist things, they must get sued and
Yeah,
cancelled and
mara-
what. Can you see the double standard?
No,
So-
mara nchamaneni in general, in fact, there's a battle that I think you would go extreme for.
I don't understand that because Gayton identifies as black. He said it how many times is that? So I'm not taking away his coloredness. I'm saying the umbrella of blackness. He has identified it and he said it multiple times on different platforms. So now when this host guy says a roll of racist things, you're saying it's a learning. And when these guys, it is a sue them, cancel them, wow, hang them upside down.
If at that moment you just got angry, man, man. Now you understand, you know.
That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. He went on Twitter. He sharpened his thumbs.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the host guy. This is a tweet that he wrote. Gayton typed with his fingers, bro. He was there with his thumbs. So he knew what he was. So I'm just saying it's a double standard. Me, personally, as I said, I appreciate guys like hosts. Because then I can see, where's the snake? Where's the snake? Where's the snake? Oh, there's the snake. Stay away. Sure. I can see. The same way like I appreciate these kids. You know, do I agree with both of them on what they said? No, of course not. You know, do I believe that there must be some sort of consequence and punishment, whether it's a public apology, writing? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You know, but do I think that they both need to be cancelled? No.
That's cancel, I know.
Because it bores me again with Gayton McKenzie. And I go, when politics is just a bullshit statement where all they're trying to do is separate us. That's it. Because the reality is that amakhala develop wayekho can't. But does that mean most of them? No. Does that mean all of them? No. Yeah. It means there's a section of amakhala that we know abangekho can't. The same way that we'll speak about black people and we say black people abekho can't. Yeah. Do we say all black people? No. Do we say most? No. The same way we say white people are racist. Are we saying all white people?
They're racist.
Most white people?
Most.
Okay, let's just say some.
Most.
Some most.
Some most.
Definitely not all of them. You
know, no, it can't. But we speak this is how we speak.
Yeah.
Because Mina, here's the thing.
Because black people have got a certain experience with colored people. Eh?
This is what people don't understand. If we go back to apartheid, we were sectioned. So you have at the worst blacks. They had it the worst, and even a Lokshini, Amalogish are normally like 30 minutes away from a town. We had it the worst. And then from there, at the ass crack of town was a Makalati, and then closer was a Mandia, especially from a business point, and then we had a Belung. So now you've segmented us and you've put blacks at the bottom of the fucking barrel. Bottom of the barrel. Now blacks are coming through, opening things up, doing things, creating this PEE, which, by the way, also benefits Khaleds and Amandia, right? So we've done this, and then all of a sudden, you are seeing people that were behind you all of a sudden standing next to you. And now it's creating that dissonance, it's creating that friction. So now people are getting to see coloreds in a way that they might not have seen before. Yeah. People are getting to see Indian people in a way that they've never seen them before. Sure. And Ukumbuluguti, to a lot of colored families, black people might still be the help. People. Yeah. To a lot of Indian people, black people are still the help.
100%.
So now you because of the apartheid system that has created this battle and what amongst the groups. Now you've got black people that are saying, no, fuck, Amakalata was born. And I personally have experienced gang racist colored people. Gang colored people. Gang racist, colorist colored people. Oh, you like they colorist like how black people are colorist. Yeah. Like if you are yellow bone, you are prettier than a person who's dark, what. They also have those things. They do within their own groups. And you sit there and you go, wow, damn, okay. Again, does that mean all of them? No. Does it mean most of them? No. But it means they do exist. And if you're not too sure, go be in a colored community and you'll see how they'll treat you.
I'm going to Namakala high school, Baba.
Bro, here's my thing. And the reason why I speak so passionately is because I come from a point of privilege. I wonder if you come from a point of privilege, you get to see how your people, black people, are treated while you are treated better. Yeah. And you're going, hey, this is, because my hair is a certain texture. My skin is a certain tone.
You're confusing us. But
you think about it. No, but think about this. Think about this. Ne? So growing up, let's say, for example, in Aslala, a town. Sure. Ne? So ready privilege because ngapha belung. Yayibona. Irotmani lifunda emakhaladini, ePeter Pan. Lungelo. Yabona. And now when they see my mom walking with this child, how does Umamsi look? Light skin, big curly hair. Yeah. So she's 100% mixed race. 1 billion%. So you already see Guti, just based off how we look, we are embraced. Yeah. Ne? My cousin Muhammad we all embrace because it's funda namakhaladi. So we embrace, so we have a privilege, but masibuhela ngapha nangu Ndumiso ngapha unqo. So mangihamba mina ngihamba noNdumiso ngihamba nonqo, I'm seeing how auntie banban no auntie banban emakhaladini says, no, Penson, you can come, but your friends must stay at the gate. And I'm like, hi bo,
More lady, no.
my old lady, and now my old lady. And yambona unqohle kanje yambona ukuthi yabona uNdumiso, and you're like, yo, and then you see it happening.
Did you realize that you had a privilege when that was happening?
No, I was young, bro.
So you didn't realize?
I only started realizing my privilege in high school.
Heck.
I only saw it in high school because I was that guy that used to say, but that teacher's not racist. Those girls like all the guys. No, bro. They're like some of the guys.
Yeah.
That teacher is 100% racist. She just likes you, Siakolisi. Yeah, but so it hit me like only when I was like in grade 10, late, bro. Late did I see, because a lot of us are blinded by our privileges.
Yeah.
I know guys, when I speak to them, they don't know that they've got a certain level of male privilege. The same way I know white people that don't believe that they've got white privilege. Oh, I work hard for my stuff. And you sit there and I'm like, the colored community is so, like, my frustration with it is because coloreds are a mirror of blackness, bro. The same bullshit we do at Loksheni, they do it in their community. It's exactly the same. The same way that you'll speak about how black men are weak, what, colored guys, exactly, bro. We are so much the same. We have 99.9. This thing of Gucci, they have white and black. What they are 99% fucking black.
Yeah.
And the 1% maybe a white person raped his grandmother or Khoisan or whatever you want to say. But they just us, bro.
Yeah.
So now it's you fighting you. The same way that Zulu people are fighting Pedi people, the same way that yellow bones are fighting dark-skinned ladies. It's the same. And I'm like, are we really going to allow guys like Gayton, McKenzie, whatever the political space is, to literally do the same shit that they do time and time and time again? And you've got colored guys that are busy working at clicks going, yeah, you see, you blacks. And then you've got, oh, put the garage, and I'm like, bro, we all fucked.
We're all fighting the same thing.
And yes, Makalati, you guys know fucking colors that are grand. The same way that we know on dark that aren't grand. The same way we know them. But now we're pretending like, oh no, you don't you say that. No. And here's what's scary for me the most. For me, it's in the home, bro. For me, it's in the home. So like, I know the colored community through and through to a point where it's in the home. And my number 4 is, so now I'm trying to think when I'm watching these things, I'm like, yes, sis, he's going to grow up in a space where if he finds himself in a colored community with a certain mindset, he might not be colored enough. And if he finds himself in a certain black community, he might not be black enough.
100%. That's going to be a story.
Because we busy saying, you are wah, you are wah. Instead of saying, yes, vele makaladi khona bahlabana bodwa. I know amajita hlabo makazi nabo. You know, so again, when are we going to get fucking past it and say, look, if you're going to say something off, fucking apologize because what you said was a shit thing to say and let's fix this. Yeah. But it's not vumi fucking guys like, okay.
Yeah, cancel on is tough, man. Don't do good to YouTube cancel
I get thoroughly bored because I can see the moves that Gayton not doing. Because right now there's so much shit with Kenny Nene and the limelight and these things. He was with this potential doc dealing here and that dealing. So I'm like, oh, okay. So what he's trying to do, because his political party is now seen in a type of way because of Kenny and what. Oh, now he's trying to get some goodwill. Oh, let me stand up for the coloreds. And then the colors are like, yeah, he's got us. I
won't lie to you, but I get it. You know, Petu, we need to be honest as well about the colored community and how they're viewed in society generally via access to tenders, access to when government has to have some sort of, if there's 100 million out there, most of the benefit will come to black people, you know? So they are being marginalized. And I think
what do you mean? How do you separate that? With your PE, if you're filing for PE?
No, I'm just saying that most of whatever money you have in government, most of whatever you're going to get from government will go to black people But
I'm saying, how do you identify the colored in that space? Thank you.
No, I'm saying it will go to Alex, it will go to Tembisa.
No, I'm saying the person who's applying for the tender. So, for example, with my boy.
Or how would you see it?
With my boy. His mother is English name, English surname, full on Kalati, Masnash, like that. But you know, untumbeza Mlotshwa. So say Bugi PE yak. How are you gonna say what he is?
Yeah, Maraniti,
Dansile Mlotshwa, for example, Olate. How are you gonna
you're
like, hey.
No, I'm just saying that I get most people that are in government are black people.
Yes.
So even if you bring a black name but you're colored, what's or you bring you are white and
but not apply.
No, but I'm not telling you I was planning on problem.
No, is something else. That is why offer good are still getting the big tenders.
No,
then we can't look at it.
But I'm just saying, I get the frustration from that in fact Salama flats in fact the housing that we're getting in fact is not the same housing that Abu Taki that are getting. Even my man, even the Abu Taki they're complaining. No, I'm not saying that the housing that Abu Taki get is perfect. I'm not saying that at all. You
saying Ndaki generally are getting a better deal than the average Ndaki is getting a better deal than the average Kala.
100%.
And I'm disagreeing.
No. Look where
you can't just use Cape Flats as an example.
Most places where there's a lot of colored people is flats.
What are you on about?
And black science scholar camps.
No, for sure. But most townships.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Agunama township that what I'm saying to you is that Lama flat lawone are not equivalent to what Abu Taki would stay in a Lokshin.
If you want to compare, let's go Cape Town, a Philippi versus Marbrain.
Why was not the colored community?
Philippi.
Mamel, why was not the colored community like Tembisa, Springs, or
because there's not a lot of them. We look at the demographics.
But don't put them in flats.
Let's go.
The flat design a certain culture when you block people.
Let's look at Joburg.
Yeah.
Now we're just looking at the standard of living.
Sure.
Aldo's versus Ivory Park. Where do you think it's better? Just the standard of living.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah,
Ivory is better.
No, Ivory are better. Ivory is
bad. So I'm saying, when I look at the worst colored communities, and I compare them to the worst black communities,
you don't think that colored people are being marginalized in South Africa?
You know what I wish? Can I tell you what I wish? I wish when they had the unemployment stats and those per capita stats, they also broke it down via racial profiling.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because if I'm trying to look at percentage of, do I think that all colored people have it? No, I think that a lot of colored people are marginalized. And again, in this hierarchy that I said colored people are second from the bottom. So I'm not trying to make it seem as if now they're having it glam at all. They still have it shit. I'm saying black people have it shitter. So I'm saying
that's from a numbers perspective.
No, from a percentage perspective.
Okay.
So you know what I'm trying to say is that if I go back to my hometown, if you're a colored person and you live Efeli with a colored community, you can still walk to town.
Can I say this? Who do you think government prioritizes when they take out a budget? Colored people or black people?
I don't think they break it down like that. Because
no, they do.
I'll tell you why.
Can I tell you why? Because most of their votes come from black people. They do.
Can I tell you why?
Okay, sure.
Can I tell you why? Because I feel good when you're applying for things like RTP, they clump you into blackness. I think if you are talking about a marginalized poor community, it might be the marginalized white community. Who the poor ones? You're one of the poor ones. So,
but I read the article. What can you?
So I'm saying, whenever I see colored communities in many towns and cities, the colored people can still walk to town. Black people are so far from resource and opportunity. They have to take a taxi or a train to opportunity. The colored people generally in spaces, and it's not because blacks are so lazy, but they have jobs. Work at Clicks, work at Pick and Pay, Simmons at Edgar's. They generally, their lowest group of people have jobs. They work at VW, mechanic.
Call center.
Call center. But if I'm comparing their weakest group, colored people, versus our weakest group.
The fact that we can't even count the amount of millionaires that are there in the colored community. Like we can't count them. I'm just saying that there is a serious issue.
No, but you're looking at a numbers thing. And if it's a numbers thing, we will always dominate from a numbers game. Yeah, sure. I'm looking at a percentage thing. From a percentage game, I'm saying, what is the percentage demographic of colored people in the country? Excuse me. And from there, what does the unemployment look like in that space? That's all I'm asking. And I'm not saying, they've got it better than Indians or white. No, I'm saying they've got it better than blacks. Because blacks are at the ass crack.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The squatter camps are full of blacks. They're not full of colors, they're full of blacks.
You understand, in a sense that you have problems, flat, and there's a certain perception about colored people, whether I Cape Town or Gauteng. When someone makes that statement, it cuts deep, man, because there's a certain way in how we're viewed as a community. So I'm not condoning how they're acting, but I can understand fully why outside of Gayton, forget Gayton for me. Outside of Gayton, the people that are in the comments, they're like, hey, Tina should value everything if we are perceived in this manner. There's no other thing in the media that shows us in a positive light. And I'm a cheater, then they also then jump on that thing. I think it's hurtful.
I think what they said was racist on the podcast, and I don't want to defend what they said.
Sure.
I'm just trying to say, as colored people are frustrated, and they should be frustrated, but I think they frustrated the wrong people. The same way that you find black people fighting internally, and then you find black people attacking the colored community, that's the wrong people to put your energy at. That's what I believe. And you have so many colored people that want to separate themselves from blackness. And you go, this is where we should be coming together. Because we both, number 4 and number 3 in the racial groups, have it the worst. We should come together and actually say, what's the next step?
Yeah, and we won't.
So the problem with coloreds in this country is that we as South Africa have lumped them all together. We haven't done it with blacks, because with blacks we will say Zulus, Vendas, Pedis, Xhosas, we've segmented like that. Colored people aren't all the same. And that's what people don't understand. Because now when they talk about coloreds, people think about the no-teeth, snook-eating Cape colored. Kanti, there's coloreds from every single province that draw from the culture.
Yeah, colored people don't speak Afrikaans.
Bro, but look at the provinces that speak Afrikaans. Western Cape speaks Afrikaans. Free State speaks Afrikaans. Northern Province, sorry.
Yeah, not
So
northern.
and northern, like
Northern Province is Limpopo. Northern Cape.
Northern Cape, like there's it's not South Africa. So now if you're a colored person from Durban, so if I look at the colored people that grew up around Newcastle, their influence, they're not eating snook. Where's the beach in Newcastle for them to go fish for snook? So a lot of them, if you look at what they eat, for example, has been heavily influenced by the Indian and black community.
Sure.
So the coloreds there in Newcastle, a lot of them, they'll have their biryanis, or they'll have ipapa, they'll make stambu, they'll have nyama yanga phakathi, because they've been influenced by the people around them. Same thing if you go to Durban, you can hear in the way they speak. If you hear colored people in Durban, they have a certain dialect. It's so far from Cape coloreds.
Yeah, no, you can't.
And because again, people are like, we're descendants from Khoisans. No, not if you're on our side of South Africa. If you maybe on that other side, you Northern Capes and whatever, 100%. Kuruman, Kimberley makes sense, because a lot of the Khois, that's where they come from. You, sir and madam, you are a result of rape. Your great-great-grandmother was a black lady that worked on a sugarcane farm, and Ubas was feeling sugary and snapped on her. And that's how you were born. And a lot of the colors are also mixed between blacks and Indians, Indians and whites. A lot of them are also like that within the KZN area. So it's not like descendants of Khoisan. Like, I'm like,
hey, they love the Khoisan thing.
But again, it's like Zulu people. We can't just lump everything together. Go on, get fun. And a Xhosa person from Xhofumvaba is not the same as a Xhosa person from Khayalam. Is it Khayalam? Khayelitsha. It's not the same. The same way like a Pedi person who grew up Mamelodi is not like a Pedi person who grew up Limpopo.
Never. You can't even compare.
You can't even compare, but we do that with coloreds.
Yeah.
We do that with coloreds.
Yeah.
And Pretoria and Limpopo, how close is that? Versus Newcastle and Cape Town. But we do that, and I think by doing that, we're doing an injustice, because we're not trying to learn the different cultures, different pain points, different challenges, different this. Not all these colors, like we see on TV, have tattoos and they pose more and they tell you do it skied. Like, no, that's just a small. Not all the Zulus are busy. That's just a little small. Got my mind in talk. No.
Yeah, some Zulus over the weekend by Washikar, they chill with their kids and they speak English.
Yeah, we have Marvel
They don't even identify as Zulu.
Oh, God, Pamela.
You have Marva pudding on the weekend.
No, I have Marvel pudding.
You don't go to my mind.
No, I don't.
When last were you at my mind?
Huh?
When last were you at my
Yo, bro. like Feb,
Dube?
March, Feb.
Me, I'm not a fan. Maybe I don't know. I can't remember when I was last there.
No, I mean I
It's
don't
not
shame.
great.
Like this year probably the most is like 3 times this year.
Is it?
No, but also I don't like what now it represents. I'm not saying that I don't angifuna ukushisa inyama ngidle inhloko. That I do. Because khona indawo ngila ngasendlini when I drive past khona manje ayishaya ngifake ngihlala. That I do standard. But I'm saying which I don't like now that like Mahodu Mondays.
Yeah.
Now it become you cool. So I'm like, oh, the moment it became
Cool.
like that, goes, hey, I was like, because now I'm part of. Now I'm showing, hey, here's my Zulu card. No. No. I'm still Marvel pudding. I want to go to Ocean Basket and have some seafood platter.
Hey, man. Oh, that's a little bit yummy.
I was saying to my kids now because they're on school holiday. I was like, so where do you guys want to go on school break? And the one's like, oh, we haven't been to Sun City for a while. I was like, yeah, we'll play. Hey, I'm privileged. A privilege. Hey. Isn't that I never dreamt of, bro? Isn't that I never ever dreamt? Ukuthi ngizobuza intonization. Because I was like, hey, don't we like do like a trip by the coast somewhere?
Yeah.
And they go, oh, are we gonna drive or are we gonna fly? I was like, yes, zimnandi le ntwana boy ziphila phakathi ku custard.
And there are also, like, I guess, so many leaps in advancements compared to when you were growing up.
And advancements in what in
Technologically,
what ways?
Socially.
You can't compare it.
Yeah.
No.
So integration now is
No.
it's at a finger snap.
No. I don't think we can even begin to compare
Compare in. I didn't hear. I was checking
how
out a message from my
plugged they
brother.
are into the world. I mean, for example,
That's why they're weak.
that could be a reason why they're weak. So I'm saying, for example, I didn't know South Africa up until I left school.
Yeah.
I didn't know South Africa. I knew in Newcastle, I knew where my school traveled to.
Yes.
But even when you travel with school, it's like you're in a little cage. So
Yeah.
even when we like, oh, the school is going to go sing choir in Cape Town, you'll drive in a bus to OR Tambo. You'll be grouped together in a line. You get onto the plane, you'll fly, you'll land, you'll appear on another bus, you'll go and stay at whatever school, and that's where you'll stay. And then you'll have that one day where you guys will go to Canal Walk, and then you'll stay there. And then back there, they'll have the Retirement Junction. You don't get to see Cape Town or see. So I never knew any South Africa. When I got to varsity, one of the biggest shocks when I got to varsity was seeing white people from Zimbabwe.
From?
Zimbabwe. I didn't know.
I don't even know any.
I didn't even know that. I was like, where you guys? Even when I saw black people at roads that were from Zimbabwe, I was like, how?
Yeah.
How did you get here? That's how ignorant I was. I was like, how did you get here?
And they don't even need to go to Zimbabwe or come into contact with someone from Zim. They can just see them on TikTok. You know? They know there's a certain group of people somewhere in the world.
Yeah. Or because even when they play, like the big thing that we need to be very conscious of with people that are having young kids, when they start playing their games, they start playing online. So now you need to be very much connected speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? No, don't need to be loud, but I need to be, because when you're sitting on your laptop working, but if you goes Guti, okay, make sure that you get that. Then you want to hear the voice on the other side. Guti, iyalingana yini?
Yes.
Ibase.
Mangathola le voice le ntwana ngithi idlala igame.
Epstein.
Mangathola igame so. And then the friend speaks. Then you hear the single mom. Yakhuluma. No, but how about you? Then late, hey, is that your mom? Yeah, that's my mom. And then you ntwana yakutshela ukuthi ntwana phela. Ulidla kula lebo isingile.
Awufake ikamera
Uyamngena.
Ntwana ufake ikamera pasibona ukuthi sebenze phela. Mhlambe transgender but angifuni manje ntwana yami yabo. So manje ngizothi ntwana awufake ikamera pasibona. Ngithi ngiyenza singasebenza. Ntwana yakho uJack. Hi.
I'm the father.
Hi, Jack's mom. I'm the dad. Just making sure that he's safe. I'm that guy. I'm a protector. I'm a
Penye
protector.
ole lapha liyapheka lapha ekitchen.
Champagne, what you cooking? What you cooking? Good looking.
Ubheka izinto ezimnandi but
Yabona week uzocancelishwa because you pervert.
no, I'm just saying. What if
pervert.
now you're a single father? But you don't know where you're gonna find your woman.
That is also true. You never know where blessings come from.
Never. That's why I don't know how to translate that in isiZulu.
My cousin used to say this, R.I.P. Upilid. She used to say, what I'm told is, I don't have time to be building a man. You get a person, you get a man from another person. Umuntu uthathwe emntwini. You get him.
I'm not condoning cheating or anything, but I'm saying it does happen and you can't run away from it.
There's a huge
and people find
group,
true love from cheating.
Group of people that find their partner from another person.
Thank you.
Tina, we call it ukshayistin. Yini ukshayistin?
Yeah?
Ukshayistin.
Yeah, ushapa umuntu kaStein. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is.
ngesiNgisi bro. Angithi kuthiwa sikhuluma isiNgisi.
Stein, yini? Hit with a Stein.
When you break up, couple up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now ifunda.
Yeah.
Come on, jump
What school is that? When you take a couple,
Come on, all boys.
when you take a couple,
When you break a couple up.
So there are people that believe ukuthi the best partner you can get. Nelly was rapping about this in Lengoma no Kelly Rowland dilemma. You break up a happy home and you take what you need to take.
And amen.
There's women that also think like that.
Yeah.
Because my cousin used to say, how do I know he's a quality man? How do I know that he can do the things that I need for him to do? Now that he's married, I know I know he can commit. And for him to be married, that means that sister has done all the legwork to sift and to filter. And to get and to shop and to clean. So now he knows how to provide for a family, look after a family. He knows how to speak to a woman. He knows how to touch a woman because he's got kids. I can see his kids. He knows how to do this. He knows how to do that. Shut.
Hey, man, now you're breaking up a happy home.
She's not a bystander. She's the hero of the movie. So she claps.
No,
people live life as if they are here to practice. People live like as if they are supporting actor. Early partner,
At that time, then you live happily ever
But surely there are cracks there.
yeah?
There's surely cracks there. By
There's
the
always
time you
cracks.
come in.
People are like, how you get them is how you lose them. Bro,
then
people
they'll come
cheat
alive.
that have never cheated. You meet a virgin, you'll get married for 10 years, then she cheats.
Yeah, no. That karma thing does not
Anything
exist.
can happen. There's no blueprint. But there's a higher probability. We don't know that. Who's doing these stats? Who is the statistician that has no time and sitting down? So how did you guys get together? Okay, one. I mean, I feel good if a person's going to step out, they will step out. And if a person's going to leave you, they will leave you. You could pray. You can do a backflip. A person will leave you not even going to another person.
Yeah.
They'll just leave you because they're done. The other person might have just been that little bit of incentive to say, hey, okay, whatever. Let me go find someone to laugh at. But they were already done, bro. I mean, I feel like a person that doesn't want to be snatched won't be snatched.
Yeah.
If your partner does not want to be snatched, there's not a chance that
There's
they will
no
get
snatching
snatched.
by mistake.
Oh, a person who wants to get bricked they want to get taken. They want to. If I'm like, there's no way I'm even entertaining another female. Oh hey, lama DM lawa.
Amor namanga ngakukhiela ntwana.
Umkhelo ba.
Niduthi la ntwana.
Nobody?
No, you guys chilling there. She's like, "Mzwakala in this room."
Yeah.
I key.
Yeah.
Awu, yamthatha.
Umthatha kanjani?
Ntwana. Noma uthi wena mina will never.
Jola.
Locked up. Hayi ngajoli.
Wena ungizwa ngithini? Sengimuntu wakhe.
No. Ufuna ukukuthatha wena from your person now you don't want.
Oh, ngeke ngithathe.
Awunamanga.
Ngingampanel beater phela.
Oh, sharp. That's all I
Ngaqeda
want.
umpanel beater ngiyakubuyela kumuntu wami.
Oh, that's all I want.
Wena uthe wena uzongithatha kumuntu wami. Ngithi mina ngeke ngithole. Athane. Hawu, enemy of progress. Ngithi yabona ngihappy lapha. Ngizomnika okungokwakhe because I'm a charitable guy. Umthele ngalo. And then from there, go back to where my heart is.
I'm a charitable. Well, right.
Go back home.
You know, Ntwana, men are not selfish. Yes.
No,
There's how much
no.
that we're willing to share. I think how much Ntwana by nature, we have a big heart. we're willing to help every person in the community. Ntwana, miyazi amachita man. Ntwana thina we
bless
help.
men.
Ne?
God bless men.
Mm.
Oh, women are so evil. Yeah, you know how evil women are. And I was saying this to some of my kids. I was like, look, I don't even believe that there was a snake in the Garden of Eden, bro.
What?
Where like who heard the snake? Who?
What do you mean? I don't
The snake in the Garden of Eden. Who heard the snake?
Who heard it?
Yeah, who heard it?
As in herding it, as in
Heard like ukuyizwa.
oh
Okay, let's hear.
There's a snake in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Who did the snake speak to?
Wasn't it Eve? Yeah?
Right? Who else heard the snake talk?
No one.
Because maybe she understood the
Who
language
else?
of the snake.
Who saw the snake?
Her.
Eve.
Who else?
Eve heard the snake
Who
and
else
saw the
saw
snake.
the snake?
No one else.
Who else saw the snake, bro? Who saw the snake? Who heard the snake? No one knows anything about a snake bar one bitch. And then all of a sudden she comes to and she says, a snake told me to do this thing and then break the rules. Mary, who saw the angel that spoke to Mary? Who saw the angel that spoke to Mary and said, Jesus, I'm going to have a son because God bust this ass open. Who saw the angel? Did Joseph see the angel? Did Joseph see the Dube talk?
it was at
Did
night.
Joseph see the angel?
You can't see the angel because it was at
I don't know
night.
the Bible like that.
No. Joseph, Bella, you were sleeping. And then, Maria.
Khona topic is sensitive la ngifuna ukukhuluma ngayo ngosiso baqotha umhijacker acela uqhubeka.
Hijacker.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw that. Hey, yeah, you mustn't. No. I'm just saying, Pella, you must understand. It's a Holy Ghost. How the Holy Ghost enters may be different from the physical.
The spirit.
Yeah, the spirit.
The spirit like you whiskey, like a liquid.
No.
Because
It takes over you.
No, more.
Okay, give more,
spirit.
But me,
So
but
spirit must ngena kimi, singena ngotshwala.
Mara mina
Khona abanye bakhuluma nge-Holy Spirit. Mhlawumbe bakhuluma ngenye
Mara
spirit.
mina ntwana,
Ngena ngenye
if
indlela.
they consulted
Hamas.
me, if I was Joseph, I was like, mina ngikred. I wouldn't want to be the first stepfather on earth, man.
Dog,
that's not fine. That's
here's
not
the
cool,
thing.
man.
At least if Joseph said, excuse me, if he said, I saw the angel, I heard the angel, and then the angel disappeared. At least if Joseph said, I saw and heard the angel, sure. At least if Adam said, I saw and I heard the snake, sure.
Boy.
You're telling me that nobody heard bar these women.
Yeah, no.
It goes back, and again, I'm not trying to shit on anyone's family, and this is someone's wife, so it's a very sensitive topic, but it's a topic that was on social media, so I'll speak about something that's on social media.
Okay.
There was a lady who was going to an all-night prayer service. All-night prayer service. So it was big on Twitter. And it just so happens that we're talking about Christianity, and she's a lady of high faith.
Maria.
So now she goes to this prayer. She goes to this prayer on a Friday, you know, because people do that.
Yeah.
On her way there, the partner tries to call, but she's driving, so she doesn't really answer. She says she's stuck in traffic, you know, sharp happens, you know, Fridays. Partner tries to call, the phone is dead. I can't get through.
On the same Friday.
On the same Friday. And she's going to the prayer. At the prayer thing, she's meant to pick up like some of her family members to get to the prayer thing. The partner's like, no problem, because she left her charger. You know, sometimes you leave your charger, your phone dies. Sure. She doesn't make to the prayer thing.
She doesn't?
She doesn't make it there.
Damn it. Okay.
She gets kidnapped, bro. Human trafficking, a real problem that we have in this country. What? So, initially the statement was she got there late to the prayer thing.
Who made that statement?
People, allegedly.
Okay.
She got there late.
What, cover-ups?
Huh?
Cover-ups.
So initially, she had said she got there late.
Or she told her boyfriend.
Or however, it was
Okay.
communicated via social media. Now I'm also reading it third
Oh, I
hand.
see.
So, because there was an accident on the highway, of which later traffic officers and what proved that there was no accident on any highway on any day. So that doesn't make sense. But anyway, she got kidnapped, which is unfortunate because we live in a country where thousands of people get trafficked and kidnapped every year.
Yeah.
This is what we know, so
Yeah.
it's a serious thing. So when she got kidnapped, the family panicked. Now, because she's not at church. Where is she? Saturday, where is she? So they go and try and get help from the cops, and they try and go on social media. Here's Inganyela Kaya, she's gone missing. Guys, can you please try and help us? Where is she? Right? Sunday, ne? She comes back home. So now she's telling the story about how she got kidnapped, and they went all the way to like Durban, and then the kidnappers realized when they got to Durban that they kidnapped the wrong person. So then they came back, and then they dropped
They
her
dropped
off.
her off.
And then she came back because like they kidnapped the wrong person. So I'm like,
Man is cut, like my kidnapper. They
So-
couldn't just like
so-
leave her there.
so I'm like,
Had to bring her
And then
back.
drive, the sister.
yeah, drive. So talking about that. So then the story changed. Like, no, she was hijacked. Nah?
Okay.
She was hijacked now. And the reason why they turned around is because they couldn't find the tracker in the car.
Not just dump the car, but bring it back.
So because they couldn't find the tracker in the car, they then decided to make a U-turn from Durban to come back to Joburg and then
So
drop
much
the car
time, and you're
off. So I'm
risking
like,
caught.
oh snap. So
So
these
kidnapper hamba now, but kidnapper then back boost.
ama-hijacker,
Abayitholi le track.
ama-hijacker amoonlighter as ama-kidnapper. Bangapha nangapha.
Okay.
Uyabona? So basebenza ngapha bese basebenza nangapha. So ba-hijacker on the highway. On the highway, ba-hijacker. Cabanga ukuthi lo sisi bumper to bumper traffic. Cabanga uzo-hijack umuntu ku-bumper to bumper traffic.
Iphume le moto.
Baba kariyak. Kariyak. Yeah. Yabona Fiesta. So bam-kidnapper. Angihleki ukuthi bam-kidnapper nokuthi bam-hijack because into serious.
Yes.
So go-highway. Kidnapper. The car is picked up via cameras on the highway, passing Ladysmith, kusho ukuthi bahamba ngo-Montrose. Uyabona? Friday, and then obviously they realized Sunday, ukuthi, shit, this is the wrong person, or we can't find the tracker.
2 days later.
2 days later. So this is Friday, come back on a Sunday.
Vacation is
and
over.
then they drop off the lady at a petrol station. But when they drop at the petrol station, the camera at the petrol station is right where he parks the car. Ne?
Yeah.
And you're like, and one guy came out. One guy was driving, he comes out, he opens the back seat, takes out his jacket, ne? And then leaves. She's sitting on the passenger side with the window wide down. I'm like, I'm not a kidnapper, but if I were to kidnap someone, hypothetically, I would like cable tie them and put them in the boot. Me. This lady was sitting a civil pig or chilling on the passenger side. Well, kidnapper umchito you one.
No, but it was safe.
Or it was safe at that time.
I mean, they drove her back from Durban, so it was safe now.
Oh, so it's no longer kidnapped. Sebete erase the kidnapping.
No, I think naye bamtshelile ukuthi sisi urong asulo umuntu ekumele
So
simthathe.
manje indaba yama-checker
Siyakubuyisa zokushiya egarage uzophefumula emotweni so shiya iwindow livuliwe uhlale kahle back seat.
kade ihlele ku-passenger.
Oh, khona lapho ku passenger seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next. Uyabona. Mchito uyi-1. Mchito nansi camera siyambona umchito yaphuma nje. Uyi-1 umchito nosisi uyi-1. Uyabona. So ngayibuka le story ngithi hey. Yazi yabuhlungu le ndaba ukuthi abantu bakidnap abatshontshwe kule country. The country of just nje it's a banana republic this. And I'm like, and ngiyawubuka ama-video of ubhuti that's married to this lady, and he's actually distraught. And I'm reading the comments, and people in the comments are going hard at him. They're saying, yeah, Vele, it's normally the husbands that are the first suspects. He's probably part of the kidnapping syndicate. All the comments on all these platforms, I think he went on like ENCA, whatever these news, what. Maybe not ENCA, but something else. They attacking him, the husband. Guti, he's part of the what. And I'm like, no one went back and said, Sur.
Why? What happened? I'm confused. What? Oh, they're blaming him.
Yeah, they initially blamed him when he went to the platforms to Carlos Agabui. They said he's the one that set up a kidnapping. Sunday, bro.
Okay.
How, just as a matter of just conversation. Just conversation. If your madam got kidnapped on a Friday, spent the weekend in Durban and comes back home on a Sunday afternoon, how would you feel about that? Would you relief, because you'd be like, thank God.
Yeah, on the Sunday's relief, bro. Me right. She was not raped, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of relief.
Okay.
A lot of relief on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
And you're just like, thank you so much.
Yeah. On Sunday, there's a lot of relief. Sunday, there's no speculation or anything.
Monday?
The whole of Sunday is relief.
And Monday?
Monday is questions.
Like what? Because you got kidnapped.
Yeah. But we throw him a lane.
Next boy.
What do you mean about
But Asanga next.
They didn't even ask you for rent.
Azanga about next. No ransom. No one ransom was asked. No phone was stolen. Nothing. Nothing.
She's the wrong person.
No, but I need to kidnap, hijack.
I'm to be you're the wrong person. What's calling you? The rape has to take place, I'm assuming. I'm not a kidnapper.
But I need to know the variables that Penson is presenting is that she didn't get raped. There was no ransom asked.
Okay.
And that she was
Well, I don't know if
wrongfully...
she hasn't. No one has brought up that word
Yeah,
in
ransom.
any of the conversations.
I mean, I think if you bring up indaba ye kidnapping, that's one of the things that comes up. It's like if they take, because kidnapping someone is holding someone
yes.
against
Okay.
their will
Yes. Oh,
with some
got
kind
you.
of incentive.
Okay, got you.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So there must be something that these people stand to gain
There has to
if
be.
it's a kidnapping.
Good, Mina. I'm saying from what
Even if
I've
it's a
read,
wrong person,
I haven't.
There are other variables that have to be a benefit. In your
But I need to
withdrawing-
but say I need to hijacking.
who changed the story?
Is story siyashintsha on the day from Friday to Saturday to
Oh, aye. By Monday, you need to tell the truth now.
Sunday. I'm truth any truth.
No. By Monday, you must tell the truth. They didn't withdraw in you. Then you're saying they didn't.
No.
There was no rape.
No.
For God. They didn't say send
Apparently,
a
no, no.
ransom what. Even if you're the wrong person. Hey, who wrong lo mutlo yazi has 10,000 send you out take a video. Scala 20,000 again. Then we'll let you go. So none of those things, the things that would have been a benefit to the kidnappers, none of them occurred.
Not to my knowledge.
No,
Let me put it like that.
No. You're on a vacation.
What?
Yeah.
This is a married woman, brother.
No, you're on a vacation.
No.
And in fact, even if you get the wrong person, none of us are kidnappers in this room. I'm assuming.
Okay.
No, none of us are.
You know my life. You know this anyway.
Mar. No, we need to be fair, Wuti. There has to be a gain, even if there's the wrong person. Even if you 5,000,
But they wanted to steal the car, and then they realized they realized when they're in Durban,
Yeah.
Woody, they can't find the tracker. So
Which car is this?
Fiesta.
Never.
Fiesta.
You're smoking wunga.
So they drove.
That's
all
impossible.
The way. They drove 6 hours all the way there. They can't find
With
the
the
tracker.
tracker you can't find.
With the tracker you can't find.
The Fiesta.
Never mind.
With the tracker you can't find, and then you drive all the way.
But my thing is,
Why?
if you
Why are
track
you
and
being that
was
person?
told him what doing it.
You need to be?
If you can't find the tracker in the car,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Why drive the car?
Yeah. So my thing is, you're gonna now be on the road for 5, maybe 6 hours, where you can be tracked.
Exactly.
You couldn't find this thing that can prevent you being tracked.
Exactly.
No,
Now you're
but
gonna take this stolen.
We drove 6 hours there.
Yes.
And then we stayed there Friday, Saturday.
They probably stopped at that
And then on
McDonald's.
Sunday, then we came back.
Yeah, I need to pay la manje.
So it's not that you're in the car for 5-6 hours. You have to first 6 hours and then the 30 hours
No,
spent
phela mina
in.
sengibhekisisa ngendlela ukuthi imoto manje seyiseThekwini
Oh yes,
Yeah.
and we can't find the tracker.
yes.
Yes.
On the Friday and the whole day on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then decide that we're going to be on the road for 5-6 hours, bringing this car back.
And the lady safely back.
Isn't it easier to just say, sisuzozibona ukuthi ubuyela kanjani nemoto yakho?
Oh, look, there's still gentlemen. You need to. Chivalry is not dead. Stop it, guys. This is all alleged because not you. This is all third party. So it's
For
not
sure.
like we know were you there, but kidnapper? No, you weren't. So all of it is just. It's just wishy that we read off people's comments.
What
on
is your
Twitter.
opinion? Because you're busy, you're smiling.
Please don't put words in my mouth. This isn't some. Don't put words in my mouth.
Man, I don't believe it. By Monday, we need
do you mean?
answers.
What do you mean?
Here's
you
what
don't
I'm
believe
saying
it?
to you. Yeah?
I'm saying this is a God-fearing woman, much like Eve,
Ugqoka kanjani?
much like Eve,
Ugqoka kanjani?
much like Mary.
Mina, show me how she dresses. I will tell if she's really
Don't
God-fearing.
do that. You don't judge our sisters based on how they choose to dress.
Oh,
You
doggy,
can't-
you're smoking
can't,
munga.
can't be managing our sisters like that. You chauvinistic sexist jerk.
No, you can't
So-
dress like some of these women and now we must just
Who are
believe
some of
it.
these women? When I was cancel showing.
Man.
When
No,
when
there's some people who dress...
we chats open chats when
No.
in
No.
chat podcast when
There's a certain
the chat's
behavior
podcast,
that,
wena.
there's a certain behavior that individuals have in terms of dress code in alignment to what they believe in.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Angeke. You can't dress like
Like?
I want lava.
Oba.
I mean, really. And then you are saying you're a
Can
Christian.
I give my opinion?
Yes, sir.
This is a God-fearing woman
Yeah.
who was going to a Friday prayer service. It's just unfortunate that she got hijacked / kidnapped.
Going to the prayer service.
How you present yourself to the Lord and Savior.
Okay,
So
cool.
anyway, so unfortunately she got kidnapped / trafficked or kidnapped / hijacked.
Was the case opened?
That's a good question.
Okay.
I don't know on that. Let's circle back. So people can't enjoy themselves on a Saturday. I'm in Durban. I'm kidnapped. I might as well go to a shaga or like.
What do you mean?
Bonito or something.
Shaka Marine?
No, I'm saying if I were to be kidnapped, I would be like to my kidnappers, hey, bruh, now that we're here, can we go to the Dolphin Coast and watch some dolphins? Because I'm kidnapped already. Might as well. I'm getting Salindi ransom.
Yeah.
Ransom. But I'm here, right? Might as well have a
No,
good time.
kidnap abangani bakho mus.
Eh?
Abangani bakho laba bakidnapayo mus.
No, but I have a right to talk now.
Shana Mato.
Also, they're going to
Penson.
kidnap my time.
Shana Mato.
If I'm sitting front seat with the window wide open, best believe I can ask to go have some calamari on the beach. Best believe. So, again, if they're not my friends, they would have put me in the boot. Like I said, bafaki apulala, bang fase, bang shanga ma cable ties. But in sigupi. So at least I can ask for certain things. So this is my opinion. So she went, had a drive around in Durban. No? Got some bunny in Phoenix. Came back on Sunday. Missed church, unfortunately. And now she's back safely to her family. Hashtag believe all women. I fall in that category. I believe all women.
Yes.
I believe all women.
So like, tell me something, because I mean, I don't know this story like in detail, like you're saying.
Yeah.
What is Twitter saying? Do people believe it? Do people? We are saying.
I caught, I think, the end of it when
Yo!
she was brought back
Hey, Twitter.
and the disappointment.
Twitter has
yabantu
less
nje.
than no time.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
Twitter, what's the Twitter and what's the opinion? But the tweet it in.
Twitter.
Twitter that your favorite girl.
No, I saw that as well. Yeah.
Friday, angithi babona futhi nomjito esemdrop offer oyi1. But umjito uhambe nendoda yakhe. Baye eThekwini, bashaya weekend, babuya Sunday. Nandi.
And
Drop off a garage.
yeah, and
Drop off a garage kamnandi safe. Ovai.
yeah, and
Do you know the arrogance of a kidnapper to put his jacket in my back seat? That is some arrogance, bro. You need to put your jacket by the feet, like passenger, like pants. You put it on the back seat. On the back seat, no, bro. So I'm at go Twitter, but I got your Jordan. But got your Jordan. Look at the your Jordan.
It's sad, man. I think because if you look at this, for me, you look at, we have a lot of scourges in society: rape, kidnapping, violence, crime. And I think, and yes, I'm not trying to say that or paint women in a bad light. There've been men who've been instrumental in the demise of their partners.
yeah,
And then try to sort of cover up by being these people who are now reporting the disappearances of their partners.
That's why they said what they said in the comments.
Right.
When he tried to go to the news, they said he's probably part of the syndicate that kidnapped him.
Yeah, Bon. But
he is part of it.
No, so he went to newspapers or whatever.
Oh, why the husband is okay?
Yes,
Sorry, I didn't
yeah.
understand how to do it.
so now I think also we must really closely look at the flip side of that, because people are also using these scourges as a scapegoat, because we see how girls get or willingly leave with guys, and then there needs to be, remuneration at the end of this thing. Umchita kana mali, next thing umchita catches a rape
All
case.
rise.
Yabon?
I was too drunk to consent.
And this for me, even though it's not in maybe the same light, but it's similar because lo muntu wazi kahle ukuthi kunalesimo esinje in the country where people get abducted by a thathwa. This is a convenient line now. Very believable.
Very believable, yeah.
Yabo? Because I can disappear for a weekend and say, "Kundoda yami yazi kade bangithathile."
And he has to be...
Fana sympathize.
Because imagine, and this is as just on the same, if your partner comes back crying, saying that she got raped, né? You have to sympathize. And again, not all of it is how we saw with these or them pinning you down.
Yes.
Sometimes a person might pull out a gun, you know, and they say, you undress yourself. So it's not like there's now torn stuff and
that's
there's
true,
now
bro. Yeah.
grip and nails being cut and, you know, you just the knowing of which there's a gun is enough to make you just accept.
Yeah.
And we know biologically Guti people can lubricate themselves, self-lubricant, even in rape. Yeah. So now, even if she were to go to the hospital to go check, there's no forced entry. You know, and the guy used protection. So there's no, even from his point, any fluids. So now your partner comes home and what's wrong, baby? I got raped. But I don't know the guy. Oh, what happened? I was walking, keep his bum. I went into his car, went into a random story. Kanti lapho sesibamthele nje ngenye nje deep heavy. And now they funa. But now you have to sympathize because you're just going, and now senior body statement knowing 100% wow ukuthi no one's going to get caught and nothing's going to happen. Yes. And nisibhala no two no sis. And ukhona uyakhala because baningi ngosisi abakwazi ukukhala. Kanti bakhala into eyangempela abaze bashake bekhali. Lapho uyazi ukuthi she just got a lacquer dick. And she's like, I don't know who the guy was, but it was a nice one. Oh, she was at the club. And literally she comes back at 3 o'clock. So Kandi, she was just getting napped. She's like, no, this guy pointed a gun and he napped me at the back of his car. Also, because you have to sympathize because you understand the rape culture in this country is disgusting. Because isn't it balance? So then you have certain individuals that take advantage of that. Now first call ukuthi hayi kushuthi phela lo sisi vele unfortunately bamtshontshile ke kanti ungathola ukuthi maybe kanti bese belitho getting like a back shot.
I hope what happened is true, but because
you hope what happened is true.
Yeah, in terms of believability in society, because once if you start to play with this, I hope it's trueness in a sense of, let me break it down because now people are going to think I'm insensitive and whatnot. I mean in a sense of there's an issue of false rape happening in the country, and now we might even get to a point of false kidnapping. Once that continues, amajita that are supposed to protect you, or men in general, we lose a sympathy now. It's not a sympathy. We stand, because 10 years ago, someone says I've been raped or kidnapped, all men believe. Now we're getting to a point, it's like, question mark. So the more we've got these cases that don't make sense, the more is kawata, you know?
The question of when certain sisters leave groove with a drunk guy, and she's drunk, 2 drunk individuals, and then she says, I was too drunk to give him consent. But he was also drunk. Did he give you consent? So who made you the custodian of consent? Because when it comes to the act of sex, we both have to give each other consent. You know, so if we both drunk, that means both of us didn't give each other consent. Sure.
The assumption is that I guess the male person in this scenario is always the one who is courting after sex.
So he's the one that then makes the move. And what is the
assumption?
What is the decision of the lady?
I get the assumption. So this is why I get the assumption. And this is where a lot of sisters get frustrated with the legal system. Ne? Because to my understanding, and I might be wrong, the legal system doesn't give a fuck about those who might be courting what the legal system is saying. 2 individuals, it could be female, male, female, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
They both need to give consent for sexual activity to happen. When you both say you both were drunk, and now it's proven that both of you guys didn't give consent, why must I then assume that the sister got raped from I need to the rape in the sense of too drunk to give consent, in that sense.
Yes.
Why must I believe her?
Because you're a man. Men
No,
have
but
been
the law.
Yeah.
So let's say it's two sisters. Let's just say it's two lesbian.
okay, sure.
One situation. And the one lady, they both drunk. And the one lady says to the following day, I was too drunk to give her consent.
The issue of facing is that the assumption is always that the man is more intellectual. He's more the one that should know what is going
hear
on,
you.
even when he's drunk.
I hear you. I'm saying the problem that a lot of sisters they get frustrated because they take that to court and then it gets dismissed. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It gets dismissed and then they say, but we need justice. We need justice. We need justice. And you're like,
Let's take it when it's true.
I didn't tell you.
How?
Let me tell you. Not.
Think about it.
No, it's not about sex. It was about a higgy haggy that I had.
Okay.
But it goes back to the whole drunk thing.
Yeah.
You know. So I nearly gave people a scapegoat.
Okay,
But
okay,
it had nothing to do with sex. But it was a situation where the guy on the other side wrote that he was drunk. Mina ngavela ngabhanga ngathi mina I was sober. I was 100% sober. So now mase kufika i-statement. Ne?
Obvious. Lo dagiwe is not in
Lo dakiwe avele basho nje ukuthi mfethu wena uthi udakiwe lento asikwazi ukuyibelieve anything. And ngempela mina kade ngisober because I was driving to go pick people up. Now I was sober and I was driving to go pick people up and it's only in the situation I got there lo mjito uhlupha abantu. Oh umjito amuhlupha umuntu but whatever but ngasikere speech telling do. But now the statements was he was drunk. So again, it's very, very crucial when people go to court or go to write these statements. The second you are drunk, it affects your statement.
I call.
It affects your statement. Yeah, one. And here's the thing. So again, going back full circle, not full circle, but going back to this topic of Dosisi who experienced this trauma. Which one would you have preferred happened as an outsider? If I had to say pick one, would you prefer she got hijacked and kidnapped for the weekend, or that uhambe wayotshola nendoda?
I mean, to be honest, I prefer ukuthi ahambe ayotsholo.
Ne?
Yeah.
How sad is that?
It's sad, man, but yeah, for her to have been abducted and raped is
No, let's remove
It's
the rape.
trauma.
No, but let's remove the rape.
the abduction.
Yes, I agree, and I want to state
Yeah.
categorically ukuthi ngivumelana nawe.
Yes.
I would have preferred ehambe yotshola
Yeah.
verse. But how sad is that?
Can you all agree that we're choosing the better evil?
The better evil.
Yeah.
Ne? We're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
choosing the better
But
evil.
it's sad.
Yeah, because they both have danger. We are via. I know. We are boy and we are Sunday. Uchela utako. Doesn't I'm fit. Mina ngikufeeling fit. So I went there good ngithole being out time we've been dating for 6 months and I needed to get away with him. The guy ngakubhoda. They both pose a serious risk, both of them. But it's about which one has a higher risk. And the hijacking is a higher risk.
Do you know what I think the problem is in society is that we don't police immorality.
That's what
I think the beginning of every societal downfall is when you stop policing immorality.
Thank God.
The beauty in certain religious countries is that they're governed by a book. The book speaks about morality, what is right and wrong. So within whatever book that they have, whatever's wrong is illegal in the country.
Yeah.
Whatever's right, go for it. Simple. It doesn't change with the times.
Yeah.
It is-
Tina into isikhawathile le.
If you look at something like infidelity, cheating, that is immoral, and that I think is one of the worst evils of our current society. Because if I were to say to you, and sorry to make this personal, if I were to say to you, would you prefer that your wife takes a hockey stick and hits you in the chest with a hockey stick, or she go cheat?
Angeke kumele ngishaye ngehockey stick.
Can you? But the one is illegal, and the one there's nothing that you can do about it.
Kumele ngishaye ngehockey stick.
But to you, which one is the bigger evil? The cheating. That's the bigger evil. But society, the law, ne, doesn't manage that.
It's incredible what you're saying now.
There's a promise between two
people.
people.
I think I'm here to watch the podcast, but let me just remember, where is it from? But I know that the black newborn is a guest, and the thumbnail reads, cheating is the biggest, and I'm paraphrasing also now.
Sure.
Cheating is the biggest evil that we need to deal with in society.
The biggest evil.
I don't think it's the biggest evil.
What's bigger than that? You must understand, Uguti, man, to my opinion, is driven by draining his nutsack. That's the existence that we have is to drain the nutsack. Men move to drain nutsack. If, for example, we go back to traditional times where men have to earn, lobole, courts, what, society will then start going like this because men will be driven by the need to drain nutsack. Men buy sex. Some
people avail themselves.
Or at prostitutes, whatever, men buy sex.
Yeah.
Men rape, steal sex. Yeah. Men will do every single dodgy, manipulative things for sex. Doesn't matter whether you're married. Men are driven by that primitive need. Now, I'm saying, if we can manage, because for me, I just believe in managing men, and I think everything else will sort itself out. If I can manage that, there will be no cheating if I can manage men. We're not hearing a lot of sisters cheating with other sisters.
Yes, cheating with men.
It's cheating with men.
Because there's a benefit.
And generally speaking, it's the man that was chasing her. Generally speaking. There are obviously sisters that do the opposite, but generally speaking, it's the man that's chasing. I want to manage that. I think every single darkness, how much that are cash in transit. They want cash, so they get cash to impress girls and get bum.
Sure.
I think guys that are getting into politics, corruption, whatever, the end goal is getting up the hierarchy so that they can get more access to bum. It's a power dynamic that is based on bum. All of it is a power dynamic based on bum. If I can manage gents, I think infidelity is the worst thing. We manage that, we fix society. We manage that, and you make it illegal. I'm not saying people won't cheat because people still rob banks, but the average cheater.
So there's a sentence: 5 years, 3 years.
If you've been with a chick for a week, and you cheat on her, there's a financial. You have to pay her 200 randi, and then you have to go do an hour community service. As an example, because you've been with her for a week. If you've been with your sis umcholo for 3 months,
why?
Why what?
Like, why are you guys saying cheating? Like, what is it? Because people made a promise between the two of them. Why is cheating there?
No, I'm saying, I read a thumbnail that speaks to what
he's saying.
Yeah,
because
I'm not saying I.
Let me ask you something. When you say cardinal sin, you mean the ultimate sin, ne? Is that what cardinal sin means, ne?
Pretty much.
Okay, cool.
I think
cheating, so you're saying cheating is that?
I think cheating breaks a person emotionally and mentally and psychologically more than anything. Because for me, you can punch me, I can recover from that quicker than infidelity. I think it takes time, that emotional, mental, and psychological trauma of cheating. That's why when I think of sisters that get raped, it's one thing for their body, it's everything else for their mind and their body and the psychology. And I think rape is such a devilish thing because it kills certain parts of ubiena. You see what I'm trying to say? So give me, when it comes to cheating, the level of trust that it crushes. Whether I've been in a relationship for 3 months, obviously the longer the relationship, the more I invest in it, the more it's, because for me, I don't think the repercussions for a married couple that has been married for 5 years should be the same as a couple that has been together for 6 months. But I still think, even if you're not married, I still think there's still a trauma in finding out that your boyfriend of a year that you've loved and you've given everything has cheated on you. I think there has to be some sort of consequence. The same way that if you go and you decide to punch your 2-week girlfriend in the face, there should be repercussions. And here's the thing, when you go to a Pick and Pay and you steal a chocolate, there's repercussions for that. How is it in today's time? Where a man who's given everything into this relationship, built this woman a home, has provided in every way, loved as best as he can, she goes and fucks the next door neighbor and nothing. If anything, she gets half of everything.
Well,
so tell me if her behavior rewards her or punishes her for that negative act. Because again, it's very simple. If you don't want to be in a relationship, get out and then go sleep with 1,000 men. No problems. I'm saying what you've been with this lady for 3 months. Brazo, stop what you're doing. Don't date her. Go sleep with the world. If you want to fuck someone else, we have in this country a customary marriage.
Yeah.
So now you can actually open up for polygamy. Yeah. I don't think it's cheating if you have spoken to your partner and you guys have agreed. So if I say to my partner, Ishaz Sibongile, yabona siyachetha kanjena, but ijazi uyangichaza, we haven't spoken about the next step, but it's just something I want
Would
to
you
explore.
take it that far? You know, I've had this chat in the media.
Yeah.
Would know when people get married, it must be in the standard contract that if the person cheats, it's punishable by whatever
The problem is that there's no law to enforce that.
But now, my issue with that, and I was telling, was the fact that what if now, because the cheating thing will come from women. Then if you and I are gonna date or get married, if you cheat, I want 10,000 or whatever the amount is. My issue with that is that it opens up other things that men want to put in the contract of dating or marriage.
They must
okay,
add it
okay, cool, sharp. I want you to make sure that I've got food every single day.
As long as you guys can both agree. Again, I don't want to get into
you must sign a contract that's long.
I don't want to get into the mud of marriage because I'm saying with a lot of damage happens at girlfriend-boyfriend level. By the time people get to that marriage, they're already shells of who they are. They're already torn apart. They're already fucked beyond. So I'm saying there needs to be ways of curving. And we in a culture where men think that cheating is a man thing, as if it was like this traditionally. It wasn't like this traditionally. Who the fuck are you cheating with? Who the fuck traditionally are you cheating with?
You're not cheating. You're a concubine.
Hey, bro, the moment
What do you mean?
The moment you fuck my virgin daughter, you're gonna marry her.
Yeah, that is
Or
tradition.
else. So let's not
But
talk
I'm
about
saying
chiefs and kings.
within you, once you've married that lady, then who's a
Let's go
virgin?
traditional. I'm not talking about chiefs and kings. I'm just talking about other talalas that are married. You're gonna fuck my virgin daughter. You will marry her. You will take her. There will be consequences for that. So it's not like there's just girls twerking, just throwing ass up. That wasn't the case. But we're making it seem as if every man puts it in whatever hole. That wasn't the case. Now we've got a whole culture of men thinking that they can go and snack on whatever, and girls just busting it open for whoever.
And you've got women who just want to bust it open as well, equally.
They don't understand what that does for society. They if you look at society right now with the sexual liberation and whatever, is it making society better or worse? It can't be making it better in any way. I'm saying, but Penson, you're not trying to control who we fuck. Yes. Because you guys are dumb as fuck. Now you complaining about your deadbeat dad and what. If I had controlled your fucking thighs, maybe you would not have that guy. So again, I'm not trying to talk about extremes of getting manipulated.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, we make dumb decisions. I've made dumb decisions. You too have made dumb decisions. And if we had people to try and manage that, you need to think 2, 3, 4, 10 times before you go there, because there are consequences of that. We would have managed this. The same way that we didn't just go and rob banks because we knew there was consequences. Yeah. Men are governed by consequence, not reward, consequence.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. We don't have consequence, therefore we go, what was done, and we're watching society deteriorate. If this lady who was trafficked, whatever, let's just say hypothetically she went for indot, if she had known there'll be consequences for this, it'll change everything.
And now she's in shit. If whether it was true or not, Espanin bombona kanjani? Bombona kanjani, man?
Because
umuhle lo sis.
Umuntu ushadile.
Ngiyabuza ukuthi umuhle na, because that already adds another lot of layers,
She's pretty. She's pretty.
Okay.
Pretty lady.
You're smiling.
She's a pretty lady. What I meant to say, this is a married lady, she got kidnapped, she's traumatized. What do I mean to say? I'm just trying to explain, Uguti, like, because there's no consequences of today's actions, people start running amok.
Yeah.
And again, you're watching society deteriorate because people are running a fucking amok.
Yeah, and this thing now, we're really getting to a point of even just killing someone. It's not a thing anymore. Like, hey, daring lame fit, it's like,
wait, what do you mean killing someone's not a thing? If you can have the captain of Bafana shot in a house of 7 people, and no one knows what happened, and no one, bro.
Today, in fact, I was reading an article where they were saying that.
Crazy, man.
Let me read this thing to you quickly.
Yeah.
2 police officers transporting a suspect from the court got shot in Florida, Rodiport.
Sure.
Wabona Pruaga moving, no.
Oh boy.
Oh, are you respect the Mahada?
Hi. Sinandaba ngoba yiwona amahada ngithi amaningi ayenza le buchifi. We sitting, and I've said this time and time again, being in a banana republic, or we're in spaces where the people that we are meant to respect the most are doing the nyos.
Yeah.
We're sitting in spaces where umfundisi who's sleeping with the high school kids, and now we're meant to respect umfundisi because again, there's no consequence. Because ikudala umfundisi wala nengane zoshada.
Yeah.
Because mina ngizofika ngiphethe umkhonto ngizokwazi ufe.
Yeah.
So you have to have consequence.
You know what with what you're speaking about, and this speaks to what I've realized our people have boxed our podcast to is men issues.
Yeah.
So I will just go there. With what you're speaking about, I think the morality of society is because men have just let go of consequence. In a sense of within families, no one is being ostracized when they do something wrong. Is ostracized the right word?
Something like that. Sounds right.
Yeah. Ne? Yeah.
Yes.
So
shaye lelo gama like 93%.
Ostracized.
Yeah, yes.
It is ostracized.
Sengathi lishaye 93-94%.
Yeah.
Kodwa sengathi khona la
It is ostracized, my boy. This one I'm sure about.
Kube khona phela kube yasitshela.
Yeah.
Azi kube yasitshela igama leli.
You know,
Ostracized.
it is ostracized.
Shot.
I want to see
Sean.
Tim, he's making fun of you, this guy. Tim. Ostracized. He's making fun of you, this guy. It's not me.
Ostracized. Ostracized.
What did I say?
Ostracized.
You said ostracized, but we got what you mean.
Mara, that's why I asked.
No.
Astra.
Oh, it's us.
Ulikhuluma nge-Astra.
That's why I asked, Buffett. Yeah, man.
Nangathi ngalazi. Nangathi ngalazi. But kade ngazi ukuthi khona olazi.
Tasa your lips ntwana.
My lips.
Yabona mina ngiyakubhekela ntwana. Yabona mina ngiyakubhekela ntwana.
Thanda.
Yabona uyangilakha. Ostracized, yeah. Just communicado, you know. One tube.
Alien mask.
Ungafika banethini ubani abantu abanemali. Oh shit, this thing's gonna bother me.
Elon Musk.
Ay man, awutheni Billy
Gator.
Billy Gator.
I'm saying that there is a serious issue of AMAGENTS. Why are they not holding the family council? You know, in our families, I'll shy umuntu. I'm speaking from a GBV perspective, which doesn't fit. Lomntwana lomshadile, amen. Uyakhala to my wife, you know. Ukhala waya kuthi fit. When every week kunenkinga endlini. I'm trying to figure out ukuthi, and I think I have the answer, but I could be wrong as well. That's why you guys are here. At what point were black men okay with the fact that they were not holding other black men accountable? Especially to a point where the boy that's abusing the lady, his own family, let alone the woman's family, your daughter, his own family, gonna stress. I'm trying to figure out what is it? Why is that okay? And it's not even just
why do you think it is? Because I've got an opinion.
The one part is not the main, and I don't even think this is the main answer. I think the part of Inyungu has really diminished us. I think money trumps morality.
Oh, yes.
Once you put money as the first thing, morality is out the window. There are women who are okay with their kids prostituting, even though they know the kid doesn't have to prostitute. But because they're now 10 stay a week and only
okay
4. Definitely, yeah. And I'm like, hey. So the principles of what a man is don't hold anymore in the household. So I think Inyungu has played a part. Both you've got something.
I think it's when we started outsourcing people that make decisions for us. So whether some people would outsource to umfundisi or to your local chief, you are taking power from the home and you're giving it to someone to make decisions. And I think that was the beginning. So it went, what was the next step from umfundisi to induna is government. So I think the second it became, we will rely on those people to make the decisions from us, it removed authority from the men. So now in your household, for example, Mina, I've got sons. So the decision of disciplining via spanking is no longer one legally that is within my own hands. It is now something that uNkulunkulu wenu Ramaphosa has. He's made that decision. He's in control of what I do in my household. In my fucking household, he has a say. So he's removed power from me. And I think it's also now twofold with the money and the capitalism and the power, where the second you had pastors and chiefs being given the responsibility, power then starts to coming in funai. What did they say about
Power in the household.
No, once you start getting power, it corrupts.
Yeah.
And I think once the pastors and the ndunas and the chiefs and they started getting the power, started to corrupt them, and they wanted more and more and more. And I think they then went out of their way in certain spaces to start clipping certain men's ankles and saying, "Give me more power. You shouldn't say that. I'm the only one who's allowed to talk as umfundisi, or I'm the only one allowed to talk as the what.
You have authority over us now.
I have authority. What's your credentials? Oh, you don't? Okay, then I have the only person to have credentials. And I think by doing so, it removed so much sway that fathers had in the home. And I think that has a knock-on effect. Because I hear so many people speak. And when they speak in the world of feminism, you realize, Guti, these guys are just echoing a constitution and policy and ideologies that are not their own, because they don't believe in that, And again, I'll always respect a man that will say honestly, I'll respect that person. I won't agree with that person. I think that person must get arrested.
But at least honest, bro.
But I'll respect his honesty versus a man who will keep quiet, pretend that doesn't happen, and does it behind closed doors.
Sure.
So again, going full circle to that host guy who has said many racist things publicly, or to these kids that said racist things about colors, I'll respect their honesty publicly, even though I don't agree.
Yeah.
And I think there's consequence. I watch so many men say bullshit statements every day, trying to appease left and right. And I just go, bro, you've outsourced so much of your manliness and so much of your authority as a man to your boss, to your this, to your that. And I'm not saying certain people shouldn't lead in spaces. Of course, let the strongest person in that arena lead. But now you've lost all sense of what being a man is, dog.
Yeah, you know, I think Amachita really need to.
Uzocela umeme wakho endlini, umuntu wakho.
Okay.
Baby, ngicela ukungipha kanjena. Hayibo.
Uyamchikchela while you're doing it.
Umeme once wamshangela arms. What okay.
So qedile.
Unless ke mhlambe amongst ke mase yakutshela ukuthi why ke sharp ke sikhuluma singakondoni izinto ezinsnacks. But from there,
Mara, we need to bring back. The thing is, this chat is tough because some of these things we want to speak about is based on government policy, women being empowered.
We've outsourced. You put the government policy. So when you say government policy, it means you have now outsourced. That's all I'm hearing. Oh, well, now we've watched government policy. You have outsourced responsibility too.
Yeah.
Sis, what's your opinion? Did you hear what he was talking about?
I did. And I think for me now, it gets tricky because I don't have an evidence of I guess I'm not sure I believe that black people or black men rather had one sort of I guess maybe think it but in ideology and that they were united in what black families should look like and how they should be led. I don't think I believe that, because I believe that
6'9".
generally people but organizer in terms of interest.
Yeah.
And we have so many cultures, man. And with us being so similar in so many ways, I think that we align ourselves along interest lines. And so it's very hard for me to grasp how we can come together and say, this is how we should be led, because if we're not,
We're so different.
we're so different, and from family to family they will have things that they believe in. Mhlampe, I guess morality looked different in different sort of like generations.
One of the crazy things, sorry, we can get into it. One of the crazy things that I grew up hearing,
Yeah.
and I don't hear it as much. And I'd hear there's a word in Zulu, mabeti iskoti.
Okay.
Iskoti would be like within our region
Yes.
or smaller than region. What's a
Iskoti in sense.
community?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
So your surname is, let's say, Dube. My
Yeah.
surname is Dube,
Yes.
right? Today it's be like, oh, all Dubes.
Yeah.
I grew up and they'd say, Udube ngagiti.
Yeah.
Eskodini sangagiti.
Sagit.
We do things like this.
Yeah.
And even amongst the surnames, they would say, Wuti, the Dubes in Northern Natal don't do things as the Dubes in Soweto, which don't do Dubes as the, to separate the individuality of the families.
Yeah.
So that there's not one custodian of the Dube surname Ngenkan.
Get you.
Because even if you look at traditionally when we speak about the surnames, or is Tagazeli,
Total.
clan names.
Clan names, yeah.
When you think about clan names and what has affected clan names, even though I'm Mlotshwa and there's someone else is Mlotshwa, if you follow the clan names is giving recognition. It's almost like a history book. So when I say my surnames,
Yes.
I will say mina ngumthobisi ozalwa undela masoka ozalwa usongelwa. So I'm speaking about me, my father, his
Father.
grandfather,
Yeah.
which will be different from my first cousin,
Yes.
who will say Ezaki Bong. Even though somewhere, maybe let's say even say 60% will align, but there'll be differences. And because mina ngizalwa yena uzalwa uMadube as example,
Sure.
they will also bring in differences.
Sure.
And therefore, me and my first cousins will grow up with different ideologies and different principles. The problem with the government that we've outsourced is that they'll say, fuck all that shit, Nick. And they'll say, this is what's the core.
Yes.
And I will lose the essence of what my mother was trying to teach me, my father was trying to teach me, and you will lose the essence of what your father was trying to teach you and your mother. And now we'll listen to Ubab Mama Ramaphosa.
Yeah. And I guess that's the other thing, because now Siphila futhi also emhlabeni where there are so many opinions now for how you can live life, like what mindsets, to the point where I think even to just pin people down to like a culture, I think is very difficult. And I think it was just yesterday actually when we were filming. Was it yesterday? I can't remember, but the discussion was around religions and cultures, right? Being one and of the same thing, because within religions you find a certain way of living, which is a culture. And within our cultures, you find belief systems, right? So is a person just a Christian?
Can't be.
Right. So they must belong to another, in inverted commas, religion, maybe, because interchangeably, ukuba umZulu nokuba a Christian, they
But even in that's the whole crux, going back to the Indwanas Kruma Makala, what and I was saying, not all colors are the same.
Yes.
It can't be, because I'm a Newcastle Zulu guy. I can hear a Zulu guy from Durban. I can hear him speak. Other people may not be able to, but I can tell you,
they're
Zulu
more so,
guys, if you're a Zulu person, you can pick up where this person is from the type of Zulu that they're speaking. Whereas other people, as you're saying, they're trying to put us all together.
I did even me, like it's on a person.
You can pick up.
It's on a person from Swaziland to the Nukana in the northwest. I'm a man, like Zirast. I'm a man, you can tell.
But here's the thing, if you know what you're listening to, it's such a obvious gap.
The dialect.
It's huge.
Even the energy, like everything. Yeah. Everything.
You can watch them fasten their shoelaces and you go, oh, Lumchito Wase. You can, the mannerisms, the way they speak, the way they could be two homeless people.
Yeah.
Ass naked. The one was a Mutu, the other one uhlala eThekwini somewhere, Mlazi. The second they start walking and they will say what, their sneeze will be different.
Yeah.
And I've said this, whether it's Umxhosa wase Xofumvaba and Umxhosa wase George, you can hear it. A Christian is not a Christian, is not a Christian. Because if I look at an Anglican versus a Catholic versus a Mormon,
hey, my man, those are different people. Yeah.
It's so hugely different in culture, but now you want almost like one custodian of that.
Cannot. You know, in our family, there's always a thing. We have an aunt who, she's a Christian, Mara attended the funeral. She doesn't attend funerals and she doesn't believe in the tombstone.
Okay.
Like those things don't make sense. But she's a Christian. Other family members that are Christians are judging her. And I'm like, oh, I'm a Christian. They're like, but in the Bible is no, this one says this one says this. So she doesn't attend any it hurts the people obvious that like but she couldn't attend my funeral or even go to the cemetery, you know. So it's what you're saying with us
celebrate my birthday.
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witness mhlambe seclassini nentwana wonke umuntu uchawa ama jumping castle ngama birthday eyakhe intwana ihleli ngaphandle.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Yes. And leyo nto leyo in today's time is affect intwana. Because intwana is going to come back and it's going to be like, I'm traumatized. I've got trauma.
Don't do that, man.
It's a real chat stuff.
But it's a trauma, bro. So intwana is about traumatized because zonke ingane zayibhizi idlala PlayStations when yakhe intwana ubona ukuthi ngcono.
One of the few ways black women started not to believe in black men was when black men had certain gaps and loopholes in what they believe in. And they started to be fine, to be challenged in what they believe in.
Mina, I'm married to Sibongile.
Sure.
Mina no Sibongile, we have a dispute.
Sure.
And the first thing I say to Sibongile, as the man of the house, let me go speak to Babu Sbi here to handle my dispute with you.
No, but that was fine. No, that one was fine.
No,
my man. When we look at my man, chiefs were the last people to come in when there's a conflict.
Who?
Inkosi. So I'm saying that men have always known that I've got someone who's more accountable, who will come in and say, Ntwana, yes, here, Nyaguza, you're right, you're the man of the house, but here, Pruam, Gune Flopnyana, as the chief or the council of Amagents, I think here you are wrong.
Buga.
So I'm saying that I understand.
Can you share 6 different areas?
Okay.
The chief of here is not a person that lives here at McDonald's, bro.
Okay.
It's a person that lives Eval. So your little higgy, we first have to murder each other. That's the surnames.
Sure.
We murder each other murtu.
Sure.
Before someone has to come. It's like bringing in the army to intervene.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, I think that's the breakdown coming. A lot of those people came in when shit was at the worst. I'm talking about when men in their household, much like when you're like, hey, how do you spell that word? Oh, let me go ask the dictionary. I'm literally outsourcing a tool to assist.
I was about to say. Sorry to cut you, bro.
Yeah.
What we're facing now, back then, men were the source of truth. Now, that truth can be challenged. And what's killing Amajida Baya? Some of your facts are false.
Do you know what?
Because Google says, no, you're wrong. Do you
know? I remember this happened to me in varsity.
Okay.
And this couple was having argument. Everyone.
Disagreement.
And the guy's like, hey, let me ask Penson, because I was a senior. Let me ask Penson, he'll manage this. Exactly what I'm saying.
You're what?
I'm the senior.
Thank you.
Hear me out. By doing that, I'm looking at her as he explains this. Because by looking at her, her eyes are saying, why am I even here when you can solve the problems that I have? I want to say that again for the people.
I
at the
hear
back.
you.
No, but
She
But
is
you
now.
are okay. I want to hear
I'm
Caesar's
not.
opinion
I'm
before I
not
come in.
jumping in because there's and I'm saying I'm not the army coming in because Ganyiwa.
yeah.
It is their thing to do.
I want to hear what Caesar's gonna say because
You can't, when you and the madam, as an example, you and the madam have a basic disagreement. Whatever.
basic. Is that the right word?
Intense disagreement.
Yeah.
I'm not saying physical. I'm not
Sure,
saying
yeah,
what. And the second you do is that you go and outsource Upenwe.
You have to. No, I want to hear Caesar's opinion.
You go and outsource Upenwe.
No, I don't. No.
You will watch your wife lose respect for you as a man.
My man, I want to hear Caesar's opinion, then I'll come in.
I disagree with
Yeah.
you there.
No.
Okay.
And the reason I disagree with you because I think it's going to be very difficult if you're going to rely on yourself to be reasonable
you.
at all times.
And you're not right all the time.
No, I'm not reasonable. I'm not saying I'm reasonable.
Yeah, but that's why you have someone who can come in and show both of you
So let me
where you can reason.
I can go seek counsel. Ungenaplo.
Bunny, I'm confused.
I
What is it?
can go seek counsel on my own.
Oh, when you don't want to look like the man who can be advised.
So I'll tell you something. Man.
Oh,
So-
is what Caesar saying right? Did you hear what Caesar says?
Yes, and I'll unpack. So for me, I don't compromise in my relationship. I don't want any point where I look like a talala because I've seen how when women have a problem, whatever the problem is.
I think then that woman's not ripe.
No, doesn't matter. I'm talking about a biological primitive thing.
Those things are done.
You can say that because I'm talking from the point where I've made so many mistakes where I've
Man,
seen
it was primitive for them to fight. The white men defeated them. Not the
the-
primitive
the-
yaphela
the-
from
the-
over time.
Buga, no,
Yaphela.
white men defeated them on a
Yes.
primitive basis.
Yes. So
it-
primitive is gone then, Proam.
No, but you're not
we need to
saying what I'm
start
saying.
rationalizing certain things outside of primitive.
No, but it's literally you agreeing with me.
Okay,
Because
sure.
her primitive nature
Yeah.
was to attach to the white man because he's the most dominant one. So now you have our black sisters looking at the white man from their bosses at work, their line managers, as this is my provider. That's who they've attached on. That's a primitive thing. That's what I'm trying to say. And they're looking at us as lesser beings because we are. Because we got defeated. So now she will latch on to a stronger alpha male. That is primitive at its core. And I'm saying, Wuti, I'm not saying Wuti.
But
you
equally,
are-
the black man doesn't have access. The black woman doesn't have access to a white man. So
no,
we just
it
it's-
doesn't have to be access in the sense of being intimate physically, what. But in terms of he's my guidance. If I
over
need to,
Lomchita law.
mina ngizwa ngaye.
Okay.
So if he wakes me up on a Sunday
That's
at
fair.
5 and says, you need to be at the office right now, I will leave everything to go with being with my main provider.
That's fair.
So what I'm trying to highlight is that, I'm very cognizant because I've seen it and I've been roped in. Penson, what must we do here? And I go, hey, Wafet, izinto zababili angizingeni. Izinto zababili angizingeni because I know how she will view you the second you stop being the primary problem solver. We're not talking about a guy who's coming here that you're paying to fix a leak. We're not talking about a guy that's being brought in here to change a tire. You're still the provider in that space. I'm talking about a guy that you've brought in to solve problems that you can't.
Yes, I still can't solve the leak.
No, the relationship problems.
No, but that's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. There's a difference between paying a psychologist versus njalo masixabene when ulanda usizwe. When I know member,
Why do I don't have the words to articulate the way you do? I don't have the gift of
I will go and seek counsel usizwe.
Matalasai.
I will never. Let's say, for example.
So you never admit that. So what are the words you never admit to that?
Let's say I'm having a problem with Cameroon. I won't go no ma'am sambe so no.
And I'm never.
But it's the same thing. But it's the same thing. But it's the same thing.
Okay.
I will go and I'll say, hey, doc, here, no, nothing bizarre. And I'll come back and I was like, no, man, the thing is that it's panning telling. I'm saying, Wuti, you don't want to lose.
I'm just saying agreeing on that one aspect.
I've seen women lose faith in men when men start outsourcing what she was yearning for in him. Whatever it was, let's say Velege, you're a
Nah,
mechanic.
that's not a good woman. I agree with what
No,
she's saying.
it's a primitive thing. You can call it whatever, because women always want what's best for them and their offspring. And if she, stupidly enough,
You're with the wrong woman.
it doesn't matter. It's a primitive thing. So let's say she's yearning for X.
Sure.
Whatever X is, let's say you're a good cook mechanic. That is what brought her here. She loved you because you're a good mechanic, and that's the problem she needed solving. The second you stop solving that mechanic problem and you start outsourcing it to John and Peter, she will go, and some seed will be planted in her. And I've seen so many times, close to home and far from home, when there's another man who comes across as alpha in the sense of solving problems for her, she starts slowly saying, why am I here when I could be there?
Mara, how many of them leave? I feel like some of these things, Penson, they actually don't.
They might not leave because that guy might not want her. But emotionally.
No, she wouldn't even pursue the guy.
No,
in most instances.
She's going to show, women don't necessarily generally pursue, but what they do is that they show indicators that they show indicators that umchita now. So now all of a sudden, you called me to what? Now all of a sudden, your mom likes every single story that I post.
Yeah.
It's indicators. I mean, I've seen it. All of a sudden, I can't not be funny. I'm like, hey, this is a mic. Penson, you're so funny. Okay. I've seen women lose respect in men when men no longer are able to solve problems. The second they start,
even if it's a financial problem, any problem, ne?
You as a man, your job is to go through the fire. I need to remember struggling. Sure. Let's say the car's broken down, there's no petrol. Your job is to take his scoop, some petrol, and walk. Go through it. Doesn't mean go to the other side of the corner. There, someone gives you a lift. You go there, 50 rand, you come back. But you need to go through the desert so that you can come back as the hero.
Okay.
And she sees you carrying this, and she goes, "That's my fucking man."
You know. After what you've explained, I agree with you. I think one of the issues we're facing is the fact that Majida ana plan, man. I think that like Mujida he just sits. And now the issue that women are facing is the fact that the woman.
It's my last time disturbing you. It's my last time disturbing. I'm sorry. There's a picture.
Because I'm not speaking this is Zulu, like I'll disturb you.
Yeah, because I'm speaking the Queens. It's the last time. It's the last time.
Yeah.
There's a picture where I don't know if it was a boat that was sinking in the ocean, and like Navy SEALs came and helped the people that were drowning. What? There's literally a picture of this man carrying this woman like this in the water, carrying this woman, and then her husband is walking carrying the shoes next to this Navy SEAL. Your wife is being carried like this by another man while you are just carrying her shoes.
Yeah.
And someone took a picture.
Sure.
The day, when you guys divorce in 4 years' time, you need to go back to that picture.
Yeah.
And realize, Guti, that's the day you lost her.
Sharp. I would say to that man, what you did was right. My man. Because imagine these things are nuanced. Dube, you made the heavy heat and heavy. Or not even heavy. Whatever incident happening in the ocean, your strength just diminished, bro. And she's even thin. But you have no strength at all to pick up for whatever reason. Whatever the reasons, the two reasons that I came. She's heavy or you are thin. Whatever the reason is,
trained.
Jump, you are finished.
Trained.
Here's what I'm saying. And I've seen it, Bram. If you have the right woman, they're going to be like, I'm glad that you got someone else who is actually stronger than you.
Talk about the average woman, because you're talking about generalizations.
Bro, man. Average women don't look at those things, man. Nah.
I have seen this time and time again.
Because that hero is not even in that community. There's a lot of dynamics, man, Penson.
No, so women will.
And guys, we're generalizing. Penson.
Women will get excited.
Penson, wait, can I disturb? Wait, can I put a disclaimer? We are generalizing. Because I'm realizing I want to they forget that we are generalizing. So I just needed to bring that up.
So I'll give an example. Women are attracted to Chris Brown. Obviously, not all of them are going to get Chris Brown. No? But here's the thing. She'll get the closest version of Chris Brown like us. to her disposal.
Yeah.
So lo mjida lo shaya ngethathu yehathi la ukwazi ukujiva, he'll be the one that's chowing because he's the closest to.
Yeah.
The same way that women want a wealthy man. Yeah, they won't get Billy Gayton. Ne?
But Bill Gates, come on, don't go to Oprah Ike.
but the guy on Uspani Karachi, that's the wealthiest guy in her circle that she can get. She'll nab him.
100%.
I've seen
Women date up.
I've seen women lose respect for their man in the most unjustified way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was listening to a lady speaking about her ex on Joe Rogan. This is a lady that does MMA, ne? And her man does MMA.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Ne?
Sure.
She does MMA. He does MMA. They met in MMA circles. The reason she broke up with him is because she was watching his fight, and the guy was getting beat. Uti, the second he curled up into fetus position and blocked like a little girl, is her words, I lost every single bit of attraction to him. I was like, if you're going to lose, die on your sword. Look at him in the face while he knocks you out. Joe Rogan goes, what the fuck? You broke up with your man because he was covering his body. And she's laughing. She was like, he looked like a little bitch. And I'm like, women do unjustified things.
She had a nigga.
No, but you're not hearing me. Again, some guys have the right woman, the most blessed woman, granted. Some girls will literally cheat because the guy reminds her of her ex. It's not her ex. Oh my God, the way that you speak is Tswana, you remind, cheat. Unjustified. We can't act as if people don't move in unjustified spaces. What does that speak to me? It speaks about a deeper level of the subconscious. And it speaks to a primitive thing. So now when your girl sees this picture of this man carrying her like this, and she looks and she goes, and you there with her slippers next to, she goes, something in her primitive mind, her prefrontal cortex, her consciousness is saying, baby, you did the right thing. She knows when you have a full dialogue that you did the right thing. You know, she knows perfect. But the lizard brain is looking at this guy and goes, The day she says, I'm going to gym, and she sees a personal trainer that kind of resembles that guy, she goes, I wonder if he can carry me the way that this guy carried me. And say, hey, could you carry me? I'm going to Muntako is a bit heavy. When? Could you carry me?
I know she must lose weight.
And then he goes, yeah. But what happens if you're tired? And the guy goes, I'll never be too tired for you. And melt. Then her conscious brain comes back. Then she realizes, shit, I made a mistake.
I traveled to Durban and I came back.
I came back on a Sunday. Karachi. And then it comes back to you like nothing. And I'm saying, we need to be conscious about this. Yes, we can't control every single facet. I'm just saying these things happen. And I've seen them happen. So for me, I don't outsource to a point where I look like a talala. If I'm going to try and outsource, I need to be strategic about it. I'll say, family situation, you bring in one of your family members as a neutral party. I'll bring in a family member. Who do you want, let's just think, who do you want to bring in your family that will represent you? Who's closer to me? I don't know, like I'll bring my brother, you bring your sister, so that it's 2 females, 2 males. I'll try and put it like that. But I'll never say, me and you in a dispute, let my brother mediate.
We do know you and I speaking from a point of privilege, all of us here. Can we agree? And I'll tell you why I'm saying privilege.
Okay.
We consume a lot of content that is empowering. Or content that is challenging the worlds we exist in. And we are okay with being challenged. You may not be a Christian, but you're like, oh man, that's story in the Bible. Damn it, there's something there, man. And I'm saying that, what I'm saying is privilege is the fact that abanye abantu, they are so boxed in J. Their truth is the only way. Whereas people like you and I were like, okay, I can take from what that guy said, even if he's a Muslim, he may be right, or he may be wrong, And I think that it's a privilege because most Amachita can't be in those spaces where they open up to certain things to hear certain opinions. So I think that the general black man, that advice sometimes ingamkhawata.
The general black man, in my experience, is not a conscious man.
No, he's not.
He's not a curious man. and it's not a man that's going out there trying to learn.
Exactly.
Those three things are very important.
Yeah.
Conscious, curious, and trying to learn.
Sure.
To me, to us, the more we learn, the more we realize that we don't know. Ne?
Yeah.
No. I think if you ask any of us now, we know, not we think, we know we dumber now than we've
Yes.
ever been. Like we are, I'm like, what? I know nothing about nothing.
Exactly.
You know, I sit with people, I'm like, do you know the difference between a 93 and a 95? I know that I don't know the difference. You know, why? Because I'm conscious, I'm curious, and I want to learn. But there's people that don't know. They don't know what coal plays in electricity. They don't care.
Yeah.
So it's such a crucial thing that you're saying, and it is a privilege.
Okay.
It is a true privilege.
Okay.
But again, is it something that we were born with?
Never.
So if we weren't born with it, then why is it a privilege?
I think exposure can give you certain privileges. So where you live, because where you live also is at a certain place in society.
Do you think people that you grew up with, where you lived,
Yeah.
think like you?
No.
Look,
Okay, so-
mina, hence I'm saying, Guti, I'm not one thing, right? Half of my life I grew up at Kasi, but went to school in the burbs.
But you're not an anomaly, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying I am, but I'm saying I'm not one thing. You understand? Because Nkulele Kasi, I went to school in a particular place with a medium of instruction being English.
We're not allowed to say what school you went to.
And then,
but we did say what school you went to.
yeah, but I'm saying when I was a child, primary, you understand?
The
Then I come
formative years.
back. Yeah, then I come back from school, and maybe I've got 3 other friends who also go to schools in the burbs, and then the rest of our friends, abantu abafunde kasi.
Yeah.
So I understand the exposure it's fun.
Sure.
And then now you move up to high school. That's even now a bigger change, right? Especially Mozokeleza in the burbs. With the school I went to, the world got opened up much wider.
Different energies, different boys, different type of...
Also just
teachers.
what's possible in the world.
Yeah.
You know, you come into contact with the idea of guna abantu abamnyama banenyu. Like not like ekasi kune big house. Like
No,
there's
mali.
black people who are moneyed,
Ma.
who have like, you know, like generational wealth also.
Mali.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that exposure then widens your world as you move along. Information oyithola kulezo indawo, you hear things like, mina bro, I'm studying a law course, and then I'm gonna join my dad in our company. You know, and you're like, what?
Hey, those are my dreams, man. Sure.
So I guess those things then give you the privilege of deciphering the world and compartmentalizing the world differently to other people.
Can I add to that? I think one of the things that have led us to where we are is the problems that we have faced. What do I mean by that? I'm saying, let's say you grew up Elokshin, wafunda Elokshin,
Yeah.
and ukhule Soweto eDlamini, wafunde Soweto eDlamini. Just commuting to school from Endlini to Eskele, that problem might be solved with a 5-minute walk. A person who grew up in Dlamini but goes to school F4 is high. Ne? Those grade 8 boys, lo okule Dlamini, funde Dlamini, 5-minute walk, versus lo okule Dlamini but goes to 4 is high, meets different challenges on the journey to school. Whether it is, isikhathi sokuvuka ekuseni. Already nje dealing with ama elements. You know, ama elements ukuthi wena uyazi ukuthi wena uvuka ngo-4 as an example. I talk this because when I uphuma uye stopping ngo5:15. Versus someone who wakes up at 6:45. That dynamic changes an individual.
True.
Mina ngikhule ngivuka ngo4:30. that dynamic of making sure ukuthi imali ye-taxi ayilahleki responsibility. Walking to a stopping at that time, awareness of amajita, what awareness goes. Ngene taxini ezongishiya town. From a town ngishayini taxi ezongishiya e-4ways. Then from a-4ways getting to the gate. Just that dynamic alone, I think, opens one's brain up incredibly from a conscious part. Because I said conscious, curious learning.
Yes.
Just in terms of being conscious of the world. Because now you are exposed to Dlamini, stop, down, 4ways.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
Just that alone. Versus this one. And then you then get to school. You know them, you speak to them every day. Now, Sefo is high, you're speaking to a whole range of kids. Kids from a Dipsluet, kids from a Sentin, kids from a Rentberg, kids from, you name it, different. And that, as you're saying, the environment, because that's the add-on. And then now having to come back, taking your English, folding it, putting it in your back pocket, and then saying, sing buela ikasi, and now going from being a Penson to being umtobis. Now I need to not just switch in terms of igama, but switch in terms of my whole persona. Because in Lokshin, I've got umtobisi, who's a certain persona. Versus Escale, I've got Penson, who's a certain persona.
Yeah.
And you get to a point where you're forced to be conscious of that. And then you start becoming curious of certain things, different kids that have money, and you start learning. And then that learning sets you apart. Even if you guys are identical twins, just those challenges, the more challenges that I think that you put your kids through, the more they're forced to be conscious in solving. Because now you're forced to use your brain. How do I solve this problem? How do I get to this solution? And I don't think we have enough of those things in society. Going back to the discussion with you and your partner, if you are outsourcing, you're not conscious within this relationship.
Yep.
You're outsourcing. Him now is thinking, uzotshela umuntu ongayazi inkinga yethu. Bakuhlela umuntu wakho, sorry, ngiyaxolisa.
That one, yeah, Penson, that one, no.
Asivaleni mfuna endlini manje phela.
How? Yes.
Sengifuna endlini.
Hey, we hit, eh? Yeah, no, now I'm fed to my closing. We're closing, no? My closing.
No, Caesar's gonna close because he still had a lot to say.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, I'm just saying, Uguti, those dynamics they shape you, and then obviously, like you had said, the consciousness then that you have when you enter different spaces. Then depending also on, I think, how malleable and flexible you are as a person, you can not necessarily change yourself, but you know what works for what space, and you play your role there accordingly. But
you have to figure it out.
That's what I'm saying, Uguti. All of this is just, you're accumulating mileage as you go, so you're learning, and then as you enter different spaces, you get better at fitting in those spaces,
figuring out how to fit in the space.
At some point you end up playing the role well.
Because I always want to say, Guti, I think I learned how to fit in. Because people say, oh, Penson, you fit in well. And I say, I've learned
it's a skill. You must.
Because if I took my kids now and I put them outside here and then I drove home and I said, figure out how to get home, that'll be the most conscious they've ever been in their life. They have they will hear every dog bark. They will hear they will hear insects, bro. They will hear everything. They will smell the road. Their eyes will open. They will have no choice. Their body will get into a space where if they don't get this, they will be scared that they will die. And that's how they'll grow.
Cool.
Val, Val.
I know, those were my last words.
Oh, okay.
No. That's
not
You know what I'm saying is I think going back to the Yamachit and outsourcing or why we're speaking from a point of privilege is the fact that you I think as a machita, you need to surround yourself with people and information that are of opposite of each other. Only be in one space where it's the only way to think. It's the only dogma. It's the only way that how things are done. And that's why I think the hood becomes very dangerous. In 2025, there's a point where the hood was necessary to build a certain type of man. But I think in 2025, it's not the only way of thinking. And the advantage we have is that we know emakaya, recover kasi, recover the urban area, and you have YouTube on top of that.
Yes.
A space where it can challenge all these three that I've spoken about.
Sure.
So I think the more you open up yourself to different environments and different sources of information, because what those information do in those environments is that whatever situation you're facing can outsource it to a kasi. Okay, so shit gune paring yana line. Now I must be the kasi guy. Iyanya le njalo uzobona amasimba YouTube ayingeni indawo la. Yabona in whatever argument you may have, then you have
to pull on a persona.
You have to pull in, and for each of the different personas though comes from the different environments and different types of information. And I think the issue we're facing is that, especially the men that are disenfranchised, things are not going well for them because of government as well. And I think it's because they are stuck in one way of thinking. They cannot.
That's exactly what this was saying.
They cannot unlock something else. Whereas you and I can unlock a Joe Rogan. In this instance, you're like, fuck. Joe Rogan dissect it very fast and answer the thing or react in a certain way because of a podcast. Young Ton. So I'm saying that Amachita need to outsource different sources of information so that they can react in a manner that is good for whatever the situation is. Like you're saying, medium. Depending on what the issue is, you may outsource. But it's all based on the information that you've been accumulating from the different sources in your life. That's my closing, sir.
That's valid, guys. Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Something.
Thank you.